spot over there for this. How'd you get it on the speaker last week?
I think I put CDs or some shit like that.
That looks alright.
I'll move this around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once you guys find your angles, y'all set.
Yeah, we're live.
We're already live on there? All right.
We're live.
Once you
live.
get that going,
Check,
you're
check.
good.
All right.
Check.
Keep this here.
All right. Dope.
Yeah, you need the
Cool.
chase too.
This
Y'all.
looks
Sorry
like-
if y'all need chase.
Oh
That was pretty good.
shit. Yo, Mike's got the shit today.
Totally forgot about that.
Shout out to Mike.
Mucho mango.
Got the Ray and nephew.
Hashtag.
All right.
Alright.
So, man, this is like something like this. Here for a minute.
I wish it was cheaper though. That's why I love America. Yeah, two.
Trying to move over a
Yeah,
little
no
bit.
problem. 26 is for
Like there,
fuck.
and
Hey, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. That's always gonna happen.
What is it, 16?
16. The big 1-6. Then you hit live on here.
You just move that to me. Right. Yeah. Alright.
You live or else?
We're rolling.
Just gonna hold.
All right, 1, 2, 3. Let's get a clap.
Yeah.
All right, Toronto Talks. You know what it is. We're in the place to be. As always, we
Yeah. What's your
we got to make some noise for the homie Mike. You know what I'm saying? He brought us through some Ray and nephew.
Yeah.
Smells in here.
All right.
Turn me up a little bit in my
Turn you up a little
microphone,
bit.
sir.
Oh, there we go.
Beautiful.
That would help if your mic was actually on.
Yeah. There we go. Make sure I'm on.
Yo, Guru, turn me up my headphones.
There we go. Shout out all the people watching.
Unleash
over
the
there. What up,
flutes
what up,
on
what
them,
up?
Guru.
Yeah. I'm trying to tilt it a little bit so we can get Ruby in it a little bit more, man.
Word. All right.
There we go.
So yeah, man, we got some special guests here. Let the guests introduce themselves first. You gotta talk to the mic. We can do that though.
Yeah. What up, J-Boz, man? What's up?
Hey.
Ruby Red, also known as Double R. Let's go.
Yeah.
Mike.
Yeah. What up? Google.
Google. All right, and
My name's Dustin. What up? You know who it is.
all right.
You know what's funny? I feel like if we could, I would throw them on right now, but we can't. It's the Kaiser Chiefs. The fucking they got a song Ruby, and the
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like Ruby. Remember I told you that? Yo, I told this man he's got to make that his intro music at like whatever show he's doing, man. I love that song, man.
Word up.
Yeah, man. But, that's
Yeah,
and
man.
yourself, what's your name? Who we got here, man? Who are you?
Who am I?
You always get us in the room.
motherfucker.
Who you, fool?
Petey Pie, motherfucker.
You just dropped an album too.
Yeah,
Shout out
so
to
September,
Papa,
yeah,
man. That's
make
what's
some,
up.
make some noise for Petey Pie. Still
Yeah, still alive,
leaking.
Yeah. Freaking leak. These guys are still out here freaking and leak. I like it, man. Yo, you always got like the randomest lyric references. Like you're a lyric fucking microfiche, homie.
True.
You probably don't even know what a microfiche is.
No, just a moist outlet. You know
Ah,
what I'm saying?
yo,
Just out
microfiche.
here with a
Stay
bunch of
moist.
dry bounty, you know what I'm saying?
Ah, that's what's up. That's when you go to the library, you gotta look through the files or whatever, or the little Dewey Decimal System microfiche. That's what your brain. I think that's how your mind works when it comes to lyrics.
Yeah, probably something like that.
Yeah,
It's a
man.
microfiche.
Yeah.
Yo, let's make some noise for micro.
Decimal System.
Sounds like I'm a tadpole or something.
Microfiches.
Yeah, man. Yo, we had a dope show Saturday. You missed it, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was dope stuff.
You missed it, man. This guy was killing it on the ones and twos all fucking
Hey.
night. And
That's a good show though.
it was a dope
Yeah?
show. Yeah,
Alright,
yeah,
dope,
yeah,
dope.
yeah. Shout out Joe Easy. He was on here about 2 weeks ago. Shout him out. He put on a really, really good show, man. Joe, you did your thing, man. And everyone on stage was it Decize? Was Decize who?
Size.
Size?
I think
Yeah,
so.
Size. He came in and killed it as the I guess like the headliner or whatnot. He did
Word.
his fucking thing.
All right.
Yeah, man. I think I did my thing. I don't know. I
You
don't
Yeah, you killed
I'm trying to be humble, man. I'm trying to ask this guy, man. I'll let him talk on it.
Stacey was like, yo, I'm a fangirl right now.
But that's my girl, you know what I'm saying? I love Stacey. She knows, you know what I'm saying? She's been at like 100 of my shows in the last year, so.
When you DJ, do you talk into the mic as little as you do on this podcast?
Like, you don't talk.
No,
man.
I make my points when they're necessary.
Exactly.
And when they're unnecessary. You already know. This guy's out there, oh, why Mike always gotta ask those questions? Because
that's who Mike is.
My
Mike
job.
asks the hard questions.
Yeah.
Pause.
Yeah, no, Mike doesn't fucking bullshit when it comes to the DJ,
Nah,
man. His
man,
mixes
he's
are
always-
on point.
Man, Mike's always
Why?
stirring some shit up, though.
What's that?
You're always stirring up some shit.
Why not? What else
I like what he says right after too. I'm like, yo, so we saying after this? I want to work the fucking after hours. This guy's gonna make that money, man. I like
I
it.
tried talking Lindsay and Eddie G to go hit up the after hours after we film
Yeah.
Friday. To go check you out, but nah.
It's all good, man. I think we're open tonight too. Probably Wednesday to Sunday, so
Oh,
you got
shit.
time, bro.
Mike stays working.
Gotta go.
That's what's up. Well, shout out Ryan Nephew because apparently they are the sponsors of this episode. Them with Arizona was his Mucho Mango. Let's see if I can get it on
I
there.
don't
Some
even
of that.
drink
What
juice
am
no
I
more.
sleeping on?
Yeah.
Shout out to the Ray and nephew.
Yeah, man, shout out Joe Weezy, though, man. Joe, if you're watching, that was a dope show. Shout out Joe Weezy, shout out Solo Key, shout out all the artists on the bill. Big Lou, my little homie, you know what I'm saying? My little big homie did his thing, man. He fucking destroyed it, and everyone else on that bill killed it. Stacey did the thing as usual. You know what I mean? And that's what's up, man. What else is popping? What's new? Before we get into the shits, what's going on? How was everybody's week since last fucking week,
I don't
man?
even remember having a week. It just went by.
Yeah. How was your week? You fucking did after hours.
Yeah, partying, working at warehouse, some other shit.
Hey.
Yeah. Whatever.
Whatever.
Not in a bad way, it's just fuck, man. Back to it up today.
Yo, but what about, something else that happened this week is, man, Hove might have dropped verse of the year.
Hove.
That's 2 verses of the year.
That's
Two?
verse of the year.
What about the one on Drake's album?
That wasn't even like
But it's still dope. People are like, yo, that's dope. But
yeah, but that wasn't like verse of the year.
Okay.
I like the verse. I think it was fucking dope. The Meek album was pretty sick. But listen, this might sound contradictory to everything that I have said this year about Eminem, but in my opinion,
Caterpillar?
yeah, that's
That shit
still
is
the verse of the
hot. I was
fucking year.
bumping Caterpillar
I didn't
like-
like the MGK shit too much because I was like, it's corny or whatever. But that Caterpillar shit on my favorite album of the year, which is Royce's Book of Ryan,
Yeah.
that's
what
in my
about
opinion.
what about M's like recent freestyle?
Yo, is he
you know,
dropping
I
more
haven't even-
breadcrumbs for us?
I haven't
Fuck,
even peeped it.
bro.
I haven't even peeped it
You should
yet,
have counted
man.
how many breadcrumbs.
Dude, there's at least 3-4 shit, blatant shit he said on that record. I'm like,
Throw shots.
nah, but okay, we had a discussion
Do
about.
you think Eminem's a top or a bottom?
Oh Jesus!
I don't know what to think about that.
You trying to get the goon singer?
Yeah,
Yo,
Bizarre,
people-
man. Send us the
The
Bizarre.
shade, yeah. The shade 45 fucking goons.
Yo, make some noise for Bizarre. Go on the Breaking Records Radio YouTube page. Check out the interview I did with them. We got like 3 clips out right now.
Shout out
Shout out
Bizarre.
Bizarre. Shout out to Eminem too. Yo, honestly, I thought he came with the bars with
Yeah,
that
he
shit.
definitely came with the bar. in his ass.
I'm gonna peep it. I'm gonna try to check it out later. Man. Is it really? Have you guys checked it out? Have you guys heard the Eminem shit?
Yeah, but Mike,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, now after we had that conversation
I
about
believe-
Eminem,
yeah,
being
it's
gay,
pretty-
like you'll go back and
Or
listen to his old
bisexual.
shit, then
Yeah.
you're gonna be like, whoa, like
Yeah.
he was dropping a brick. There's such a
You guys are trying to follow the fucking breadcrumb trail.
But it's true,
yo,
no,
there's
man.
a bread
Oh,
trail.
come on.
Yo, say the word.
Well, you
Trail.
watch the freestyle, he says some really blatant shit.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, really? No, we just had this conversation a week ago or so.
Not to say
I'm
that I
like,
don't
wow.
think Eminem's one of the greatest rappers of all time, you know what I mean? But I definitely think he at least swings both ways, if not.
Oh, wow.
You guys
Yeah,
are
Okay, you guys are lying. You guys are lying.
you guys are
Yo,
killing it right
for the record,
now.
also, shout out to Swifty McVeigh, Obi Trice, I'll be going to the show maybe next week.
Obi's gonna push you in
I'm
the face.
supposed
Oh
to
shit!
interview
Yeah,
Obi.
yeah. Y'all got, yeah.
So,
We
by
got
the way,
man.
check out the old interview I did with Obi on the Breaking Records Radio YouTube page once again. No man, what the? I can't help it. Like,
If he, that's what he
my opinion. It doesn't make him a whacker rapper.
Yeah, we don't know if it's 100% true or not, but he's leaving some evidence and he's
Yeah.
not hiding it. And
And then he even joked about it in that movie. And
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he likes dressing in drag and
Well,
like
shout out to Eminem. He's very
in his
progressive.
videos at least. But
eh,
Yeah,
Maybe
man.
that's why he went so hard on Elton John and people.
I saw the
Just
video
trying to
of
hide
his
it.
daughter.
And then him and Elton John were
Rapping, but
performing.
that's not his daughter.
No, that's not really
No,
his
no.
daughter rapping.
The one doing the freestyle. That's not really
No,
him.
it's not him.
Oh shit! Say word.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
same word.
Clickbait.
Cause I saw another video of some girl doing a freestyle last night, and she's like, "I'm not Eminem's daughter," and her mom
Yeah,
popped
that's
up or
her.
something.
That's
That
her.
was the same girl from that.
That's
Okay.
her.
Shit. All right, I got clickbaited, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been out for a while. I think it's been out for a while.
You got me. You got me. All right. Word. Shout them out, man.
Shout out to Dustin.
Clickbait.
You
Shut
got
up.
me.
Rick roll.
Dustin.
Gotta get the Rick rolls.
Shout out to
man.
Got Rick roll.
What's life without Rick roll?
The guy who's quick to point out a satire article
Yeah.
got clickbaited by
Yeah, I knew
a wannabe Haley.
Hey, I obviously don't know what she looks like. You know what I mean? But
MGK
Whatever.
certainly does.
This motherfucker.
shout out MGK, man.
Oh, man. Shout.
Is there a lie in what I said?
I'm already drunk.
Apparently not. No lies were told on this podcast.
No,
Hey,
man.
yo, speaking of no lies being told on this fucking podcast, because I sent y'all the
Palace
videos.
Friday.
Nah.
Palace Planet.
Yeah.
Shout that out.
All
Shout
right,
out to
shout
Stace.
Kitty
Yeah,
Palace.
yeah,
That completely
yeah.
threw me. That's not what I was gonna say, but Mystique, who was here, sent me a video of some dude out
Oh,
in the
yo, that
UK,
shit- yeah,
a
yo.
Bored Panda video where this guy goes on a rant about
Yep.
unsolicited dick pics, and I swear he took everything we said in our podcast and fucking said it in his video. And I checked the date. I'm like, yo, when was this posted, man? Like, did
No,
our
it's
podcast
facts.
come first? I think the date was November 30th. I'm like, this motherfucker.
Oh, yeah, that's stone
Yeah,
cold
yeah,
fact.
yeah.
The sun bit us.
Yeah, the
And
sun bit
and Now
us.
sun's biting.
We make it impact.
Yeah.
Well, hey, man, shout out to people still on that shit, man.
Yeah,
You do something
yeah,
proper.
yeah,
You know, I
yeah.
like
You know
it,
what I'm
man.
saying?
I
Already,
can't even
bro.
be mad, but if you go to 1 billion hits, I'm suing your ass. We're coming. We got the lawyers ready, but you know,
We don't have no lawyers.
yeah, they just play rap.
I'm getting scared.
You don't even have to pay out.
That's fucking hilarious. You know what I mean? Like I watched it, I'm like, oh whatever. You know, it's ain't gonna be like that much. You know what I mean? And I really watched it. And I'm like, oh, this motherfucker, yo, he
Yeah,
went
yo.
in. He took everything.
Yes.
Like he went on about the charts and success rate and
Wow.
everything. I'm like,
Yo,
yo,
this guy got
Yeah.
Wow.
bro, watch the video. He like almost line for line took our fucking podcast and condensed it into a little.
What was
a
his
viral
name
bit.
again?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
Some
Fuck
UK
that
dude.
guy. Make some
No,
noise. We're not talking about Jadon. We really mean fuck this guy. Like whoever this guy is.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Hey, shout out to Dre Bars and Stitch for the new album they put out too. Man,
Who?
I peeped that.
Who?
Yeah.
J Boys and Stitch?
And Stitch,
Oh,
man,
shit.
together,
Where you
man.
been? You ain't-
Nah,
I
man.
think it dropped
Honestly,
yesterday. You know what I mean? I gave it a listen. And,
if I say honestly, when it comes to Toronto artists dropping music, they don't make sure the DJs get it. So who cares? I don't mean who cares in general. This is in general
yeah.
comment.
Well, it's on
I can't
SoundCloud
say
at the
that.
moment.
No, they
so,
don't,
you know.
though.
But
They don't.
Do the DJ spin us?
Because we don't have your music.
Ah.
We don't got your music. We can't play it.
That's
He
facts.
spins,
but
he
even when-
spins, he spins.
there's
Stone
been times when
spins, you know what I'm
give
saying?
DJs there's been times
Yeah.
when artists give DJs their music and no spins. It's just all for show.
I get that too. I do get that too. But it's more than just giving them the music. It's how you're working the record.
True,
So
true.
if you're building buzz on the record, they're gonna pick up on it sooner or later. If they don't play it immediately, they'll play it down the line. Because other DJs are playing it, or another radio station
But
playing it, it's
it
going up
also-
somewhere else.
but you
They're
can
gonna be
also
like, oh
help-
shit.
You could help the movement of getting.
No,
it
of
to that
course, of
point.
course. But there's some DJs that will play it immediately, and others that wait for it to build buzz.
No, but I do get what
Yeah.
Rudy's saying.
So,
I feel like
I know where you're coming from. Yeah.
I feel like in this city we don't have the synergy with the DJs that other cities have.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like to be honest with you, where we fuck up is like every crew should have a DJ in that crew.
Which they don't have.
Exactly.
Most-
But every crew should have a fucking DJ in their crew that they roll with who's like, yo, the hot shit this month,
Yo.
bam, bam, bam. All right, I'm playing it when I'm DJing here, and he's DJing at least 3 times a week.
Mike?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Like Chamberlain wants you to put your email out there so he can send you his music.
hey.
There you go.
Will Chamberlain?
Lutz
No,
Chamberlain.
no,
Shout out
man.
Lutz Chamberlain, man.
Man.
Lutz.
Should I say it now or later?
Say it now, man. Say it's free advertisement, bro.
You gotta say now
The
or
fuck?
what?
I don't want to budget
Yeah, intellectual
email
property
boxes
right
and
there.
shit
So
out
wait.
Hey, man, this is your opportunity.
Okay.
Podcast.
No. Yes. Put me on the spot. I don't mind.
Synergy.
I'm just at the point that I don't care anymore. Because I've been bugging artists for years, send their music, and it's all some bullshit. So it's like there's certain people that already send me shit, and it's cool.
I think it's mikestone@gmail.com.
Wrong. I don't use Gmail.
Oh,
I have a Gmail, but I
man.
don't use it.
That's why you hate getting sent music. Fucking Hotmail's
Nah, bro.
trash.
No,
no,
Hotmail's
no,
a lot better than
Inbox
No,
us.
man,
Hold
It
on.
is.
Here's
Nah,
how.
bro.
Here's
When's the
how-
last time you used Hotmail?
Check this out. Check this out.
Put it
Check this
this
out.
way, it's so bad.
When
that-
was the last time you used
Yo,
Hotmail?
I'll
I've
send,
used
I'll
Hotmail
send
like
people
15
emails
years,
and they
man.
just don't get them with Hotmail.
Yeah.
Man, then
yeah,
something's wrong with your Hotmail.
No,
When's the last
I
time
don't
you
know.
use Hotmail right now?
I stopped using it about 2.5 years ago.
Yeah,
So
I
I'm
still
like,
use
this
it.
shit
It's
is so
even better.
trash.
It's even better now.
A lot of times I won't
Oh,
even
shout out
like,
Hotmail, man.
I'll be like, yo, someone will be like, yo, send me some beats. I'll be like, all right. And if they give me a Hotmail, I'm like,
Yeah.
nah, I'm good. Get
Okay.
me with a Gmail.
Yeah,
Send
it works
me-
for
Yo.
me. It works
Like,
for
I don't
me.
even
I have
fuck
no
with
issue.
email.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I don't even
Maybe that's why I'm not getting people's
fuck with
music.
Hotmail. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
No, that's not the fact. Trust me.
Alright,
People send me
alright.
music all the time.
Check this out, though. Check this out.
So
Real
Mike
quick.
underscore Stone
Yeah.
at hotmail.com.
Yeah.
There you
Okay.
go.
Yeah, hot.
Hey.
But better yet, better than that though. Better than that.
Better be good though.
Inbox.
You better get people that see.
In general,
Yeah.
better be
No,
good.
no, no, no.
People message right now. Use Hotmail. If you have a Hotmail email, tell us.
No, better than that. Fuck
Yeah.
all that. Fuck all
Most
that.
people don't.
If you want to get in touch with any of us, inbox us on our fucking Toronto Talks podcast page on
Yes, and
Facebook.
Dustin will
and
respond
we
to
will-
you. I will not.
We'll respond, or one of us will respond, whoever it's addressed to, and that way, you know what I'm saying, we can make that personal connection rather than whatever. Hit us up on our fucking page. Matter of fact, hit like on our fucking page so we can
Yes,
get more
like our
likes.
shit.
But yeah, hit us
Like
up there,
us.
man. We respond.
We need the
respond quick,
validation
man.
from each year's
Yes.
animated thumbs. We need them blue.
Yeah, we need
We
those
need the
likes.
blue.
If we don't get those likes, we're gonna implode.
We're gonna bleed blue if we don't get your blue finger,
But-
thumb things,
It's
paws.
so easy.
Let's build those relationships, man. Let's put that out there for Toronto, man. We got to start really building the relationships between the DJs and the artists, because like the ones that make noise do. The ones that make
Yeah.
noise are the ones who hit up the DJ Laws and the other guys, and you know what I'm saying, have somewhat of a relationship. So
So,
let's start creating that
I
relationship.
got a question
man.
though. That, like you brought that point up about a lot of not just artists but groups don't have DJs.
Yeah,
Why don't most artists have their own personal DJ?
because they don't think that it's necessary at this particular
So
time, but it definitely
they're
adds to
killing
your live
themselves.
shows. Oh,
Because
for
a lot
sure.
of DJs are friends with one another, and if you're an artist and you have a personal DJ and he has other DJs that are his friends, what's he
Right,
gonna
right,
do?
right.
He's gonna send them. That's what I do with certain artists
Word.
that I fuck with. I send it to other DJs that I know.
Right.
I'm like,
Fuck with
yeah.
me?
Oh, obviously.
Hey.
But I ain't got your music yet.
No, I know, because I got a new single coming out
All
like
right.
2.5
So that's
weeks
the
or
point. That's the whole
so I'll make
point.
sure you got that.
That's the whole point.
Yeah, I don't have.
But
I
again-
don't have to email it through Hotmail.
But what I'm saying
neither.
is
I give you
now,
that direct on a
no, but what I'm
USB.
saying is now you DJ as well, right?
I have
Yeah,
DJ,
but
I
you don't have
I
a
got
personal
you.
DJ.
I used to have one in my group.
So what happened?
He just kind of got older and stuff.
Yeah. So you gotta find another one.
Yeah, but I don't like asking people for shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know that.
Right, like
Shit
a-
happens
but-
organically.
That's a
Like
good
I'm
point.
not going to see.
But it's like this, right? Beastie Boys, they
hey,
had
man, wanna be
Hurricane.
my DJ.
The Beastie Boys had Hurricane. Whatever happened with Hurricane, he moved on. They ended up getting Mixmaster Mike.
Yeah.
And then Mitch
Yeah,
Mixmaster
but
Mike's
back
been
then,
DJ for a minute.
like
I
DJs
said,
wanted
back
to join
then.
groups back then. No.
Yeah,
like-
exactly.
Nah, it's not that
I'm not
DJs wanted to
saying-
join
no.
groups. Groups seeked out certain DJs.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but with your example, right? You're looking for groups that like.
Not even groups.
Yo,
I'm
I
talking
wanna
about
be a DJ.
even
I wanna be a
artists. I'm
DJ
talking
group.
about
That'd be
alright,
most
you want to be my
artists.
group's DJ then?
It depends what your group is. 'Cause I don't know what your group is.
It's just me now.
We can talk.
Yeah, maybe I know you.
I've been booked to be other people's DJs in the city,
Yeah.
and it's like, of course, because they either know me or whatever the case may be. But I find that most artists don't have their own DJ. They don't, and I'm not saying they should. I'm just saying they don't.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say from a personal,
Yeah.
where I'm an artist who
Well, we
actually
got a
has
random
my
phone
own
call.
personal DJ, right?
Yeah.
I was getting random fucking.
And there's a
phone
lot more
calls as well.
politics you have to deal with.
Yep.
When
Yeah.
you go down that lane.
Why is that? How's that?
Because everyone has
Okay,
their
cool.
own
I'll
vision,
come down.
everyone has their own ideals that they want to see
Alright, see you in a
happen.
minute.
Yeah.
And egos are always going to
Yeah.
We're dealing with a DJ.
Yeah. No,
You'd be
Of
surprised.
course.
well, I'll say yes,
Kinda
and I'll
weird,
say
man.
no
Because
because
you got to look at it this way.
Because in my opinion, DJ's job is just supposed to
spin your
enhance the
music,
show,
right?
spin your music, you know
But
what I'm
when
saying?
you're
But
trying to help
enhance that shit.
when you're trying to help him grow.
yeah, and you don't want to grow,
You're giving him opportunities and all that shit.
and they fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
In what sense, though? In what sense exactly are you talking about, man?
Like, okay, so for example, like my DJ,
Yeah,
I would go as far as he'd come out, he'd spin for me.
yeah,
As soon as he's done spinning for me, he tears it down. I programmed him the way he spins for me, so everyone's loving it, right?
yeah,
Now other artists want him to spin.
right,
Yeah.
right,
So I go, you want my DJ to spin? You
Gotta
put
pay
that
him.
in his pocket.
Yeah,
right.
This starts going to his head.
you're feeding him though, so you can't go to his head.
You'd be surprised. Egos are some of
I
them.
know. I would say yes. I know that.
You need to have a
But I'm-
conversation
I'm
with them,
putting it
though,
like
man.
this, right?
Because at the end of the day, like it should be, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like,
As
if he's
far
putting
as-
you, if you're putting him on and whatnot, it's like, yo, it's the crew. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But
it's,
as far as business goes, business will always be something that is said until it's written. And once
Yeah.
it's written, then there is no going back and
I
forth.
got
Yeah,
you.
But
yeah.
as friends and, you know, building that relationship, who wants to do that? Even if you were starting your label and you were putting a bunch of your friends on, would you say, yo, you gotta sign this paper? Probably not.
Some do. Like, Nelly didn't do that, and they had.
And it came
yeah,
back.
yeah. But it doesn't work for everybody. You gotta
right,
put
right,
something
right,
in
right.
writing.
You gotta have
Yeah.
some type
But
of,
once you do that,
agreement,
that's
you know what I
salary.
mean? And if you're gonna
Yeah.
be, no, not necessarily. Not necessarily. I mean, if you really understand how this business is, and if your boys, if they understand, like, look, we're going from amateur to pro, and there's
Yeah.
things that are involved, they should completely understand that. You know what I mean? There's a little bit of money involved here and whatnot, and you know what I'm saying? If I'm creating this, and you know, not necessarily gonna be my employee, but there's things that are structured here, and there's names that have to be signed for the purpose of, you know, paperwork and legalities, and that's just the game. That's how it goes when you
That
get to a
comes
level.
with- That comes with maturity.
Yeah,
Right,
that's
right,
it.
right.
Yeah, yeah.
It also comes with knowledge, but yeah, maturity
Yeah.
and knowledge, right? An understanding of how things work.
Yeah, but if you don't know, you're just thinking about all the fast money coming.
Right,
thinking
right,
about
right,
the
right.
Next check, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So,
I think it's
It's
different
good
for
and it's
different
not.
DJs, right? For me, I've done a lot of DJing for other people.
Mm.
They hired me. I've done a few shows with them. I find with some of them, the consistency is not there,
Mm.
right? I've worked with a lot of artists in Toronto,
I hear,
all kinds of genres, and they'll go to a certain point, and then something fickles off.
I hear.
The same issues you're having with your DJ, I've never had with the people I worked with. But so everyone's kind of different. Every DJ is not the same, just like every artist isn't the same.
Everyone's different.
Right,
Everyone
right,
does
right.
things
Right.
differently.
And see how you are a personal DJ? If we were to survey, let's say all the artists in Toronto, say we did a survey of how many artists in Toronto.
Yeah.
Most of them would probably say they don't have one.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah,
I know
you know what I
that.
mean?
Yeah.
It's very odd when if I do a show with 30 artists that they actually have a DJ and I gotta sit down.
Well, because it's so much
Yeah.
easier for a
Yeah.
spot now just to say, okay, yo, we're gonna have one centralized DJ, or we're just gonna throw on this USB, give me your
Yeah.
beats, yada
Yeah.
yada yada, and you know, it becomes so much disposable or whatnot.
Mhm.
I think Toronto right now, what it is, we're going through a real cultural identity issue where, you know, it's so easy to put on a hip hop show, and so many people are kind of putting on these shows and doing it and whatnot.
Yeah.
But you know, we're not necessarily putting our all into it. A lot of guys, you know, like you said, you know, they don't have a DJ or whatnot. Sometimes it's politics, but sometimes just professionalism.
Sometimes it's money.
Sometimes it's money.
The artist, the DJ wants money.
Sometimes people just don't understand. You
But
know,
if your
like,
boys, it's kind of different.
right.
So
I can do a show with or without a DJ. Shout out to this man right here. This is actually my producer, my engineer. You know what I mean? He's also my guitar player, my session fucking
Yeah.
musician. He plays every instrument. You know what I mean?
But you guys got that relationship.
right. We have that relationship that we formed. Like we're working on our third album
Like, I'm
together
sure
at
you
this
didn't
point.
just like meet him at a show or two and be like, yo,
No.
you wanna be my guitar.
How the fuck did we meet? Oh, we
That's
met
the-
because
that's
he was in a
the funny
band
thing,
and
it's
I was in a
like,
band,
we're both-
and you know our bands became brother bands. You know what I mean? So we
Yeah.
just kind of bonded our first show. Like me and his band just became really, really tight. And my band broke up about 3 months before his band broke up. And then once it broke up, we just kept continuing, you know, making music together. We had GSD, and then we started doing whatever. But the thing is, you know what I'm saying? It's like you gotta like, you know what I'm saying, like understand what this is. You gotta have relationships, you know.
yeah, it's fine.
Professionalism, you know what I mean? Like, but it's just laziness, you know what I'm saying? But Toronto right now, we're going through like a cultural identity issue where it's like, you know, we should have more DJs popping
Or make
in that
noise for
particular
Jamaica.
But
way.
we're working with
Yeah.
artists. That's the whole point, right? This is why a lot of artists are not getting. We should be flooded with Toronto music.
Yeah,
At this point, there's so much Toronto music, but the DJs don't have access to it.
right,
do you
right,
There's
right.
not a centralized site. There is one, but a lot of people know about it. I'm on a site called DigiWax,
Okay,
and I can literally I can probably count about 20 artists I've seen on that site since 2008 until now that have basically put their money to put their music out there for the whole world to see, to get access to.
oh shit,
Bishop
okay.
is one of them. Point Blank is one of them. Uzman, Trisha Khan.
But at the same time, when you do that stuff, like
Yeah,
pay to get your exposure,
yeah,
like for example, a website like Hip Hop Canada,
yeah,
they'll put right on your post,
yeah.
paid for content.
Mm.
Oh, but this is not the same thing because this is a record pool.
Okay. So
They
it's
have
just to get in
they
spins.
they claim they have 30 to 40,000 DJs and other people in the music industry that will
listen and
and whatever the case may
At
be.
least
Now
give it a
artists that I
one-time,
know
yeah.
that put their shit in there said they've had
Microphone.
great results from being on there, great results, and to the point they didn't even expect the response. They're hearing people from Japan, all over the fucking place. It's not just America,
Right.
not just
Spots
Canada.
that they wouldn't have
Yeah.
thought.
And even when I interacted with artists from either the States or elsewhere, like they're like we start building a relationship, and they start sending me drops, and I start promoting their records, and I start following up with them.
Right.
If I like their shit,
I hear it.
Shout
right?
out
So
to
it's
you going to
like there's all
Montreal.
these
Yeah,
sites
yeah,
that
yeah,
actually
right.
provide this service, but a lot of artists again they're skeptical. Hip Hop Canada is one
Yeah, that's
platform.
just one.
Yo,
But there's a lot of bad
Yeah.
sites out there that make people skeptical. Like your Reverb
Yeah, I get it.
Nations and
Yeah,
shit.
but this if you, I'm not saying to go to DigiWax because there's other ones like Bottom Feeder, a whole bunch of other ones. I get beer emails every day from record labels to fucking these places that are record pools, and a lot of the time, like I said, if that's what I'm not going out of my way to look for music no more because I'm getting all this free music from all these other sources. So now if you're not in that mix, where did your music go?
Ooh, what was
Right?
that?
I remember in DigiWax, especially Drake, when he dropped that out, that mixtape that blew him up.
Was successful and all that. Huh?
There's about 30 songs on the thing, right? And it was, he filled up the whole page. And that's when I seen that, yo, what the fuck is going on?
Oh, Drake's last album?
But that takes money.
Of course it does.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is,
Everything
you don't
seems
have to do what he
valuable.
did, but you got to make the first steps.
But that's the thing, and that's another thing too, like that a lot of artists don't understand, you know what I mean? Like, it takes money to be successful.
Or
You
something,
can't
a couple
just,
decks.
or like Maloney said,
Yeah.
You
but
could
by
just step
far
your
and large,
blowjob skills up
Oh,
like I'm
fuck. Fuck.
Dr. Dre signed it.
Oh, shit. So that's what Rakim did? Rakim was sucking.
Yeah.
All these
No,
shots
it's
are
for
fired.
sucking dick in the industry.
Oh,
Oh, my.
There will be no clap.
Wait.
There will be no clap.
Wow.
No, I'm just playing. We
You
want
say
that
some
having
wild
that interview.
shit,
You know
kid.
what I
Wow.
mean? You know what I mean? No, I haven't had so much of rappers. Like, you know what I mean? Shit's just jokes.
yeah.
If people can't take a joke, then
Man, if people
Maybe
are stealing our content, imagine who's
you
seeing
can't take
this
a dick
shit.
if you can't take a joke. That's ridiculous.
Yo, then I ain't taking no jokes, man. That's why. So Drake put out that song, No Joke, or what's the name of the song on the album?
Shit don't never stop.
People don't joke, or we don't joke because of that. Like, come on. Stop this,
What do you
man.
think of the
Fucked
Drake
up.
and Meek joint, by the way?
I never heard any of the album yet.
I heard the album wasn't bad at all, man. I liked it.
That was trash.
But you know who I really feel fucking bad for? Hold on.
No, the Meek
Listen,
album's fire. The joint
Yeah.
with Drake. Was
Here's who I
trash.
really feel fucking bad for in all of this
Oh
shit,
my
the
God.
Drake and the fucking Meek shit.
Safari.
Nah, man, fuck Safari. Fuck Safari.
Mickey?
Like Safari, nah, man, fucking Quentin Miller.
Oh yeah.
I
He
feel
got
bad for
buried. He's
Quentin got
gone.
buried because of their beef, and he was really
Yeah.
just a middleman. Like he was making money, good money, and they fucked him over, man.
At least he has push.
Meek threw him under
Yo,
the bus.
Yeah, Quentin should.
Meek threw him under the
Quentin and
bus.
Pusha should do an album together.
He's got some songs with
Ah,
them.
man.
He has some
Really?
songs. Yeah.
Listen,
They're not out
listen.
yet. They're not out yet.
Shout out Quentin. He deserves an apology from those two guys.
You
But
gotta
does he
kind
though,
of look
like-
at it like he did it to himself, though.
Kind of, he
Because it
doesn't-
was
yeah.
no, it was Meek.
Kind of.
Nah,
Meek
man,
stopped-
threw
Meek
him up
called it
there.
out. But he
Exactly.
didn't need to say anything. You're
Yeah.
paid. You're paid. No
I
reason
guess.
to respond.
He went
I
on
guess.
Vlad.
No
Went to
reason
speak
to
to the
respond.
feds.
So you
It's-
kind of
That's a done deal.
Vlad
So-
TV.
Facts.
Yo.
So hold on. Complex just said that Pusha album is the best of the year.
Really?
I don't agree.
False.
Really?
I don't agree.
Really?
False.
It's a good album, but
Which
really?
album do you feel right now is the best album of the year?
I
Of
said,
the year?
I said
Yeah.
Booker Ryan and
We still got a
and
month. We still got a month, but
Droga's Wave and Booker Ryan.
okay.
Droga's Wave and Booker Ryan. In my opinion,
Yeah.
yeah, fucking those albums phenomenal. And I'm not even gonna lie. I'm gonna say this right now.
Lil Baby.
I'm gonna say this right now. To be honest with you, yo, this Meek album,
Yeah.
it was a phenomenal fucking album.
It
It
was.
sounded like a 90s throwback. It had a lot of like new jack swing type
Okay.
joints to it and vibes. I was like, yo, what the fuck? This guy's channeling like in the 90s. He was saying a lot of stuff. We were
Meek
having-
was on his game. Like,
He was
I've
on his
never-
game on
I've
his
never
album.
heard Meek in a
He was
bang
cussing
like
the
that
system.
before.
He was
Oh
really
man,
saying some
4x4,
shit.
a whole
So,
bunch of shit.
but on-
but-
Come on, he's been dropping
You just said you haven't
fire.
listened to the album.
Sonically-
No, but I'm saying he's been
sonically-
dropping since he
No,
got that
but-
L from Drake. He's been
Drogas.
dropping fire.
Yeah, but this
Fire.
shit is like.
So that is
I
extra
think
fire.
this is like the best.
As hot as that rotate. You see?
That kind of went over my head for a second. Yeah, I saw that video.
Yo,
No,
I'm gonna
Book of
listen to
Rain.
it. I'm
Book
gonna
of
listen
Rain's
to it.
phenomenal.
I heard some of the
Rod-
songs.
We should eat that rodeo.
Joel Ortiz
I just
just
bring
dropped
that
the album
cold ass
too, right?
now.
Shout out Liam, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
shout out Lutz, my bad. Lutz,
That's
yeah,
the
man.
one with who again?
Joe just fucking dropped
Joe
out.
and somebody, you know?
I think so, man. Well, Dave East and Styles P dropped a banger.
That was
Fucking J. Cole dropped
Nas
a banger.
dropped a banger.
Nas' album was okay, wasn't
The
great.
video made it
Black
better.
Thought,
The
I
video
haven't
made
heard
it
Black
better.
Thought's second album, but I did hear Black Thought's
Yo,
first
the
one.
second
That was
one is
fire.
crazy.
Okay,
Yeah?
the first
Yeah.
I
one,
didn't even know it was out yet.
it came out like
Yeah,
last
with
week or
Salam
something.
Remy.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
came out
so-
like last week.
Fucking
Yeah.
Black Thought.
Fentanyl.
It's like 4 songs?
No, I think nine. Nine.
No,
Okay,
I don't
okay.
think it's 9.
Yeah, they said
it's
9
short.
content of 25 or 25 minutes, nine songs or
Oh,
something.
maybe it
like
is
that.
9. I don't know. It was short as
who else
fuck.
put
Yeah,
one
like
out?
25 minutes.
Who else put one out?
That's not even an
I know
album.
who I want to hear.
There's been too many
Surprisingly.
albums this year.
Yeah.
No,
It's crazy.
and
though.
that's
It's
a good thing. That's
I
a good thing,
know.
man. Everyone
I think-
complaining about this mumble rap.
It's
In my
not just a
opinion,
single
Name me
thing.
one fucking mumble rap album who's critically popping this year. We're naming a bunch of fucking
Tons.
rappers who. No, we're naming a
Maybe?
bunch of rappers right
Maybe.
now.
Travis Scott might
Travis
Yeah,
Scott.
I love that
Okay,
album.
that's
That's a
potential
album.
album of the year as
Yeah,
well.
that's a
Travis
good
Scott
album.
has potential.
So,
Travis Scott has potential album
So
of the
what
fucking
do you
year
say
as
for
well,
album of the
man.
year? What do you say for album of the year?
Album of the year, I don't know. That's tough.
It's a hard year, man.
It's
For a lot of good music.
There's been a lot of good music.
I want to hear the Earl
If I'm
Sweatshirt
going-
album.
If I'm going for album of the year for mumble rappers, that's Lil Baby.
I don't even like that phrase though, man. Damn,
Yeah, make
mumble
some noise
rappers,
for Lil
man.
Baby.
No question.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no question.
Lil Baby's
I like that
gotta
baby.
drop some heat rock.
Yeah.
But overall,
But QC doing way too much. Like now that like Offset and Cardi are divorced, like they should just chill out and making music. For a little bit.
Oh, that's another one too.
They've
Yo,
been flooding
yo,
the
Cardi
game.
B's album was a
They've been
fucking
flooding.
banger
Flooding
too.
the
Can't
game.
talk. Cardi B's album was a fucking banger too.
We can't
Yeah,
lie, but
Cardi
it's
B.
a banger.
It's a banger, bro.
It's definitely a banger.
So,
For sure.
Yo, is it
And I
better,
would
than,
probably
is it better
banger.
than any Lil Kim album?
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah,
Foxy
Cardi-
Brown.
But,
Yeah.
But was someone writing for Foxy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of, yes. Half.
No.
It depends, yeah. Yeah.
there's a few.
And Kim, and Cardi. So they the
Yeah.
best writers.
That's why I compared.
Best writers.
It's a fair
It's
comparison.
been
Yeah.
a great year, man. It's
Yeah.
been a great year
It's
for
been a good
music.
year
So,
for music, man.
and
Yeah,
I-
that's
that's
not
what-
right.
Or has
you
it
know
been the
Yeah,
most
like-
watered down
Nah,
music?
nah,
I think
fuck
Swiss
that.
Beats goes up in
Oh,
conversation.
yeah. That's
J
his
Rock,
piece
hold on.
album?
J Rock's album.
J-Rock.
Come on,
J-Rock's
man.
album,
Come
too.
on. This year has been great
Yeah.
for straight up dope lyricism, dope whatever you're looking for in hip
You know
hop.
what,
Yeah.
though? I was
I'm not even gonna lie.
disappointed
Hold
in
on.
Prime
I'm not
too.
even gonna lie. The fucking Dummy Boy album surprised me.
didn't
6ix9's
even listen.
album
Oh,
I
surprised
can't
me.
Listen to an album where every song name is like Fifi.
Nah, but it wasn't even like that though. It wasn't even like that though. It wasn't even like that. He had a song with Kanye. Kanye actually sounded pretty good on the
I
track,
thought
man.
that sounded trash.
Nah, I wasn't even mad at the album.
I was fucking with Lil
You know what I'm saying?
Pump
We had a
more
couple
than
Spanish
that.
songs, so
We don't expect much of 6ix9ine, but I'm hearing the album's fine.
listen, it was pretty fucking fuego. I'm not gonna lie, man.
I heard that it sounded
I
like an
enjoyed it.
album of a bunch of other people's songs that were
Kind
hot,
of.
and then just 6ix9ine with verses.
No,
on
you know what
it.
it sounded like to me? It's because he said it a lot of times. It sounded like he did a lot of these songs the last week or two before he went in. Because because here's what happened. He went to yell out Treyway. He'd be like, Treyway, oh shit, I can't even say that.
Wow.
And then he would start rapping a whole other thing. And he did that at least 4 or 5 times on the album. I was like, oh, that's smart as fuck.
Wow.
So he did that at least 4 or 5 times in the album. I was like,
All right,
oh.
let's make some noise for
So-
Tekashi being the most metaphorical greatest rapper of all time.
Nah. It was just
You know
to
what?
me,
I'm
it
done
was
giving
like,
rappers these fucking brownie points when they're like
I'm not
not that
giving them-
sick and be like, but he did this. This was cool. It's like, yo, motherfucker, like you listen to a good rapper's album,
Hey.
you get that and you get everything else. Like, why are we
Okay.
like giving people props
But I
for like
wasn't
the
even
bare
giving
minimum?
So is Tekashi's album better than Nas's?
I don't know. I'm just done giving people
Yes
props
or
for the
no?
bare minimum.
in all honesty,
Like-
I love Nas, boy. Yo.
We hold Nas to a regard. Like he dropped an
Yeah.
album that was better than a lot of people's albums this year.
Yeah.
But because it's not Illmatic and it's
Yeah.
not fucking
No, it was
Stillmatic
short.
or God's
It was
Son,
short.
Life is Good. We're like, yo, that was trash.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna sit here and listen to Tekashi and be like,
you did these little switch ups where
and be like, yo, you gotta give it some credit and shit. It's like, nah, man.
I ain't even saying
I'm
that,
just done
man.
giving people props to the bare
Listen,
minimum. Like,
I ain't even saying
you know,
that. I
when
was
you
just,
do a
to
little
me, it
something,
was
that's
just
cool. But do more than a little
interesting
something.
that it happened. We also had Alchemist and Currency and
Bullshit.
Alchemist
I didn't even know that
and
drop.
Someone else put out an album like 2 weeks ago. That's not a bad album either. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of fucking
There's a lot of
banging
shit.
albums that have dropped. If I'm not mistaken, didn't Freddie Gibbs drop the album at the
Yeah,
beginning
a
of this?
minute ago, yeah.
Yo, that album was dope. Was Amnesia the last one? Or was Amnesia the one that dropped this year? Because that's a dope fucking album. and that might even been a
Yo,
been a
Gibbs needs to
contender. You
get
know what I'm
more-
saying?
get
Like,
more
Gibbs
props.
is sick.
Gibbs is sick too.
And
So
Big Crit,
a
too,
lot of
man.
you know, big
I was
crit.
keeping
So a
Gibbs
lot of
on,
people, no man, a lot of people out here complain about this shit. Man, listen, the people that complain, they don't listen to shit. A lot of people that complain, they sit around and they just like focus on, for example, the 6ix9ine and what's there instead of saying, yo, a million shit was dropped today. Let me just spend
Exactly.
an hour. Like I said, I listen to the Dre bars and the Stitch album. I can analyze and break down each fucking song
a crazy
because it was a dope
combination,
album.
bro.
You know what I mean? Like
That's
I
a
took
good
that
thing for
in. But I'm
Toronto
just saying,
Canadian hip hop.
oh, it's a fucking dope
Right.
thing for
I guess
Canadian
it
hip
was,
hop.
yeah.
But there's quality that drops, and I hate when
That's
motherfuckers
a
are
huge
on
one.
that. You know what I mean? Like, oh, hip hop sucks right now. Mumble rappers. Listen, mumble rappers are
That shit
dying in
just goes up.
2018, man.
But they're still living, they ain't dying, man.
But they're still living,
Yo.
but so is fucking Fetty Wap. Where's Fetty Wap?
No,
then?
Fetty Wap just dropped a mixtape
Hold on,
about
hold on,
6
hold on.
months
On the
ago.
note of
Right,
Fetty Wap,
but-
Fetty Wap
Yeah.
was on tour. Didn't he just sign to fucking
Choosy?
no?
And I'm not even
fucking,
dissing Fetty Wap. I'm just
Treyway.
saying.
Oh shit.
He signed to
He did a
Treyway.
big
I
track
think so.
with 6ix9ine
Yeah,
still.
while he was on tour in Toronto
Yeah.
recently. That's when he signed with Treyway. So what?
But I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not even dissing when I
That
bring his
song with
name
him
up.
and A
But what
Boogie
I'm saying is like a
was
lot
pretty
of people
dope.
get so pissed off at what's hot today,
Oh, yeah.
and you're saying you
As
don't
opposed to
realize
digging.
some of it might fall off. But that ain't even what it is. I'm gonna say another person who's contender for like artist of the year or whatever. Yo, Gucci.
What
Gucci,
album
Gucci been
wise?
killing it. Not even necessarily album launches.
Just
Everything he's
his
been
album
doing.
features
It's like
drop.
what the
Feature
fuck?
shit, right?
Yeah. I wasn't
About
really
to drop.
feeling.
I didn't hear much from him this year.
I'm not
I
really
heard much
feeling.
more about him last
Like,
year.
he just dropped the video with Kevin Gates. That's
There's
supposed
another
yeah.
fucking
Kevin
artist
Gates
right there.
dropped some
Kevin
records
Gates, yo,
too,
Luca
yeah.
Brasi. That shit was
Yeah,
decent.
Kevin Gates been dropping
Um,
some heavy shit
yeah.
still.
Who else was good? Denzel Curry, man.
Yeah.
Yo, Denzel Curry shit is sick.
Honestly, I feel like one
I
of the
love
most
that
slept
kid.
on albums of the year was I Really Rap.
Mm.
J.R. Redder.
J-
Everyone,
Ah.
everyone sleeps on it because
Okay.
of the name in the past. But
What about
if
the
you listen,
Right, right.
still,
The Diplomats
I'm
album.
not fucking.
I like it,
I gotta
and
peep
I
that.
don't love
haven't-
it, but I
honestly
like
have
it.
not checked the
There's some
mixtape
shit
yet,
on
and
there,
I gotta
man.
check
There's
that shit
one,
out.
twos.
Yeah.
And yo, didn't Fonte just put out an album as well? Big Fonte as well?
I think so.
You know,
There's a lot
so-
of shit
so-
just
so-
dropping, bro.
So that's what I'm
Hip-hop is
saying.
just-
This year, like for people that complain, like, oh, this mumble rap stuff, this and that. Listen, there's been more classical, quote unquote, hip hop that has dropped than this. You know what I'm saying?
Even
Quote,
Playboy
unquote,
Cardi's
last
joint.
year.
Compared to last year,
Yeah.
lyrics are mattering.
Oh hell yeah!
A little more than
And
usual.
I argue for
Yeah.
melody. You know what I'm saying? Like I was disappointed in the Ray Shremmerd album. That was the album I was expecting big things because
Yeah.
I love Sway Lee, but
It's
you know, I
good, it's
wasn't
good,
that-
but it's not like.
yeah, it was too long. You know what I'm saying? It was just way too
And it's a
long.
double album, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a double album. It was
Yeah.
triple
Yeah, it
album.
was
It was
done-
weird.
yeah, yeah.
It was fucking weird.
Solo and
Yeah.
duo.
Mm. Point being, you know what I'm saying? This has been a
Playboy
great
Cardi's
year
album's dope.
for hip hop.
And young
Yeah.
boy, NBA, whatever his
Yup,
name is,
yup.
man,
Most of
yeah.
his music is popping.
Yo, I was like, yo, this album's sick.
Mhm.
And well, what's that G Herbo?
Yeah,
That
yeah,
album
yeah,
was
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
mad.
yeah. So it's been some
A lot of
great
gunshots,
shit.
but I don't like that. I don't like records with a lot of gunshots.
Okay.
It's just because I can't play them in certain places. So it's like, yeah, it's cool that,
But that's what her was.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why it's when you say Drake Bars and Thing is doing the
Oh,
album.
yo, this is a
I'm
dope
like,
album. Dope,
I know what
dope
Drake
album.
Bars raps about, and I know what Stitch raps about.
And that's exactly what the album is, but they're all together on tracks. And
Yeah, I want to hear that
So
shit.
for me, the way I took it in, it's like you know, Stitch definitely got the lyrics, but he's more braggadocio. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The thing with Bars is like he's very animated, so
Yeah.
his voice comes through. You know what I mean? And I even had I sent him a message. I was like, "Yo, who mixed and mastered shit? Because it sounds really fucking dope." And
Yeah.
he like, "Yo, I mixed it." Word. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he doesn't even get enough love for how dope his mixing is, because a lot of his
Who's that?
tracks,
Who's that?
Bars mixes his own
Oh yeah, I
shit.
heard he does his
You
own
know,
shit.
he does his own mixing and stuff. And like when I just listened, I was like, yo, this is fuck. Like this sounds sonically
Yeah.
dope as fuck.
Yeah.
You know, so they definitely did it. And yeah, man, it's exactly what you would expect. Like Stitch coming in with the lyrics and the braggadocio punchlines and whatnot.
Now-
Drake coming in with the gangsta and the coke rhymes and whatnot.
Now
I
put
think
it like
that's-
this though.
Yeah.
Now this album dropped, right?
Right.
That should have been flooding all of Facebook, all of Instagram, all of whatever.
I saw it flooded, but
No,
know,
but
the
again,
usual
you saw it
suspects.
flooded from your
The usual suspects.
your vantage point.
Yeah.
Remember, you have more artists on your page that you're connected to as as comrades than I do.
Right.
I probably have even the same people on the list, but we're not comrades like that as artists.
Got you.
So you're gonna see a different type of flood
Yeah.
than I see.
Mhm.
I didn't see shit.
That's what
I'm not saying is I didn't see shit because I didn't want to.
Well, that's fucked up. So
Yeah.
all those people out there, Dre Bars and Station, I ain't even trying to fucking dick rap.
Yeah.
That's a good album, you know what I'm saying? And when I bump an album and I like it. So they put out a good
Yeah.
album, you know what I mean? Definitely, I'll give it a 7.5. You know,
Okay,
7.5 to an 8 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? And that's just because it's only 6 tracks. Give me
Yeah.
more. Give me more. But I get it. It was an EP. You know what I'm saying?
Put it out there and let people know.
And that's the thing about 2018 as well. It's
A lot
the
of
year of the
EPs.
fucking EPs.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't do
Short and
LPs.
sweet.
But I get it. Because you know what? You're going to get paid the same amount of money for a fucking EP on a streaming site as you are as an LP. Because people are only checking for those 1, 2, 3 big tunes.
Yeah.
They're not checking for the whole album like I am. And I only do it because I'm in the gym and I'm like, yo, let me check this out. So I'll bump
Yeah.
the whole fucking album.
Right.
But I'll find the 2, 3 big tunes and throw them into a list or be like, those are the ones that I go back to. You know what I mean? So this year, I guess a lot of artists realize, like, hey, man, it's a lot cheaper for me to put out a 5, 6 track album, you know, which is technically an album. You can sell that shit for $9.99 as opposed to putting out a 15 track album that's going to cost me because you had to record 30 tracks to do it down,
When
right?
you're seeing an artist who's making a song that's less than, what was it, 2 minutes, 30 seconds?
Yeah.
And ending up on the billboards?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You put all that effort in?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, that
But you know
that's
what's
the
fucked
Takashi
up?
kid, man.
You know what's fucked up,
It
though?
was Pump.
Yeah.
With,
Yeah.
Gucci Gang.
Yeah.
Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci. Yeah.
How many times did you say Gucci Gang? in
I
that
think
record?
like
Too many.
So who's that for us? So how many times Lil Pump said Gucci and Gucci Gang, man? You know, but yeah, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? But me, you know what I'm saying? Like we're working on a new album. How many tracks do we have that have 3 verses versus how many tracks do we have that just have 2? You know what I'm saying? Like
The 3 verses.
mostly 2, but there are a couple with 3. You know, like we'll be working on a track. It might come out to like over 4 minutes. And we're like, oh, this is way too fucking long. Or he'll be looking at me like, yo, it's too long. Like, fuck it, man. It's an album track. You know what I mean? Like, but that some of those are getting lost. The album
No,
tracks.
you know what? Those straight up. There's something about the short song where people have to play it again, right?
That is
Yeah.
true too. So it gets you those multiple spins on a
Yeah.
I
stream
heard that.
where we're in the era where you're getting more
Numbers
money for
count.
more replay, right? So it's a little fucking weird. The game's changing though. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? The game's really changing. There was one group that I remember. I don't exactly remember the name, but the smart thing they did is they made an album just for like just for streaming, which was all silence. It was like 12 tracks of like 1 minute and 30 seconds of silence, and they told their people, yo, put this on every night when you go to bed. So they had like 100,000 of their fans keep doing this over a period of time every night, just putting on an album of just silence and each track streaming. Yo, they made a lot of money doing that shit, man.
That's classic.
Yeah, so you gotta pimp the game, you gotta pimp the system.
That's just-
That's pimping the game.
That's
That's
pimping
just
the fucking
ridiculous.
game.
So they get like money every time there's a play, right?
You get a certain amount of royalties.
You get like half a cent?
Yeah, half if you're lucky, right? Point 0.002 a cent till you get to a certain level,
Yeah.
then it goes up tier or
Everybody
something.
give me your money every day. Just give it to me.
That's not even
I
them
mean-
giving it. It's streams calculating.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Nigger man's paying me. So.
Exactly. They got farms that do that now, man. I seen the video of all the phones. Yeah, they got the,
Yeah, I
the
seen
farms
that
out in
shit.
China, the click
I
farms
seen
and
that
shit
shit.
like that.
That's
So
crazy.
people are
Crazy.
definitely trying to
Click
rig the
farms.
It's all about
fucking game,
generating that
bro.
income.
But it's
Wow.
like what I said earlier, you know, or I said before, how many times, you know, if you see a video or a track on YouTube and it's got and it's got 1,000 it's got 1,000, you know, views versus something that's got 1 million views, your brain automatically is gonna assume that the one with 1,000 hits is the superior track just based on numbers.
Yeah.
However, sonically, that one with 1,000 hits could be 1,000,000 times fucking better. It's just perception.
Oh, you mean the one with 1,000,000 tracks?
Yeah, but the one
think is better.
people are gonna think the one with 1,000,000 hits is automatically better because of numbers. You know what I mean? They're gonna
Yeah.
associate that number. You know what I mean?
Because like when I'm looking
Of
for a new
course.
artist,
Yeah.
I'll go to YouTube, type their name in, and
Right.
the video with the most views.
Right.
Yeah.
So how many artists are getting overlooked that
That's
are
something
fucking
I don't know.
Any.
right? Just
And
because
that's
they
the
don't
thing,
have
right?
numbers, right?
You know what it is? And I'll bring up that record pool I'm in.
Yeah.
I fucking if I like a song, I don't, you know what I mean? First thing I do is go to YouTube and see if it's even there.
Okay.
And then I don't give a fuck how many numbers it is. I just give a fuck that I like the fucking song.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, let me see what else they got.
Yeah.
Because if I like this record, then I'm gonna go check the other shit.
Right.
But
Right.
that's why I'm not saying all DJs do this either, right? Certain DJs, they wait for a song to be big before they even bother
I
to
bet you
download
say-
it.
I bet you say
Yeah.
very little
Let's
DJs
see.
But I'm
give
different.
you
I'll go and
very
listen to
little
it.
DJs.
Hold on. Let me ask you something though.
Doing the
Let me ask you
legwork
something.
Yeah.
and finding what you
As a
like.
DJ,
Yeah.
how many times before an artist is like, you know, big tracks have come out and their album comes out, how many times have you actually yourself
Yeah.
listened to a full album and said, this track, and this track are going to be the albums from this, you know, the records from this album that are going to be the singles. And
Yeah.
then within 6 to 12 months, those 4 tracks have
Yeah,
become
it's always
right.
It's almost
So the thing is, you know what I'm saying, like as DJs, if we already know that, start breaking these fucking records early, man.
Yeah.
Because you know what I'm saying, like that happens to me all the time. I'll hear an album like, oh, I know these are gonna be the fucking singles, and then all of a sudden, like a year later before you hear something, but it's like, yo, fuck, why the fuck are these guys waiting? You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Like,
well,
yeah.
you do what you do. Everybody just does what they want to do.
Right,
So
right,
that
right.
you want to break records, break records.
But
You
you
don't
were
give a
saying-
fuck about doing
Yeah.
that, don't do it.
But you were saying it because even I heard the track, the Momamba track.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that came out, that was on SoundCloud what, like a year ago or something
Yeah.
almost. And then now it's just blowing up to the
The
level
thing
of,
with Mobamba for me, because remember, I'm downloading so much shit.
yeah.
So I hear like 30 seconds in a record, I'm okay, I give my feedback, and that's it. But there's
Yeah.
so much shit you're hearing.
Yeah.
So in the beginning of that record, you don't really get the essence of the record.
Right. And
So-
then once it gets into the hook
Yeah.
and whatnot, you're like, okay, you
Yeah,
know?
but that's the
Yeah.
thing about some of these records too. The intros are so fucking long
Right.
before the beat drops. I want to hear the beat. I want to understand that when the beat knocks at this point, when I'm playing in a nightclub, I know that's what's gonna
You
get
want to be
people
able to like
going.
repeat that beat and you know what I'm saying, mix it for a few moments
Well,
before
I want
you
people
get
to
to the track.
like when you drop it at a certain point. That's when
Yeah.
you can make people dance,
Yep, no, I feel
no matter
you, I
what the
feel you.
motherfucker's saying.
I feel you. Not only just that,
So
you know,
what are
saying
we
like
talking
when these
about?
guys have like these long intro songs or whatever, you can't even mix that into a next record because they have this intro and then it turns into something completely different.
Yeah.
And you're trying to fucking mix that into the last track you're playing, but mix it in quick. You're like, yo, what the fuck, man? And I can't just drop it as soon as the fucking hook goes. I want to mix some of the beat over this part of the track. You know what I mean? So my guys got to think about that. But no, I
Yeah,
feel you,
but the
man.
Mobamba track, as much as I don't like it, I don't hate it.
Yeah.
I understand why people like it, and I understand.
I
I
fuck with
still
it.
don't understand why
hate
people
it.
like it.
I
I'm
understand
just
why
saying,
people like and why people would hate
well,
it.
all
man.
the shit that came out this year, there's
Yeah.
a lot of better records than Mobamba.
Yeah.
No, it's record of the year.
But then
Yeah. Shut up,
There's a lot of
shut up.
records on
Record of the fucking year.
Shut
Shut
up,
up,
Billy,
man.
Okay. Do you feel that record's better than Drip Too Hard? Do you feel that
No,
record's
man.
better than
Drip Too Hard's better.
what's that other record with Travis
Sicko
Scott and
Mode is
Drake?
fucking crazy.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I like the Mobamba record. I understand why people like it, but
Yeah.
there's so much shit way better than Mobamba that came
No,
out
and
this
there's
year.
like shit on the Jeweler.
It's just it just gives people an opportunity to
Yeah,
act like
fucking.
it's this year's track that gives people the opportunity for like 2 minutes and 30 seconds to
That's
act like a
stupid.
fucking fool. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yo.
saying? So it's like this fucking makes no sense. Just fucking go nuts. And all right,
Yeah.
such
Shit,
a
bro, son, I'm
fucking
giving you
love.
the shits.
You love it. You know what I'm saying? But just gives them that.
It ain't even better than Coco. Like a lot of
But
OT
that's what
Genesis
it is.
records.
That's what it is. It's this year's
Why-
fucking Coco.
why it would get that attention
It's
is
this
for
year's
this
Coco.
single, the Coco. What's his name? What's it called?
OT Genesis.
OT Genesis.
OT
He's got
Genesis.
more hits than
And
that.
we're
Cut
missing
it.
Designer.
Cut it's a
Yo.
big
The two
fucking
great
tune.
artists are gone. So
Ah,
that means-
Designer.
But there's still some hot shit that came out this year.
Tekashi
But
6ix9 's
that
hype.
type of shit, that type, where it's just
Yeah.
and notes and
Yeah, that was Tekashi.
Yeah, 2006.
That was Tekashi
2006 was the year of the singles. This was the
But
year of
no,
the album.
Tekashi
This
was
kind
more
of
gangsta
is.
shit.
Yeah.
You say that shit out loud, you might get punched in the face. Mobamba, you're just yelling.
Yeah, you're just having
Everyone's
fun.
having
I feel you. I
That's
feel
for
you.
everybody.
Yeah.
Tekashi's
Yeah.
not for everybody.
Yeah.
I feel you. I feel you. Well, it is
Yeah,
what
but I
it
feel
is,
like punching
man.
people in the face when I listen to Mobamba.
Yo,
That's like Annie Up in
Yo.
2018.
I even know what the fuck
check
he's
this out.
saying,
Check
bro.
this out. Check this out. I had this boy. I had this boy. He was at speaking of getting punched in the face. Speaking of getting punched in the face from a trap, my boy was at a block party one
You say
day.
getting punched in the face in the
Yeah,
trap?
punch in the face from a track.
Oh.
So my boy was at a block party like circa 2000. He's like, yo, fucking Nori, Super Thug comes on. You know, everyone's like, what?
That's
He's like,
the
yo,
biggest
this
track in the
fucking guy
world.
turned around and just went, what, whap, and just fucking punched him in the face.
Right.
Yeah, dude, that's all right. This
Yo.
dude turned around and just punched him right in the
When
face.
Super
broke his
Thug used to come on in the club. Holy shit! That's
Yeah.
adding up in those two records.
Yo,
When
what's this-
MOP came,
Yeah.
came on, people lost their
When
mind.
Slam
Lost
came
their
on
mind.
and I was in junior high, we were drop
crazy.
kicking motherfuckers and slam dancing like it was Offspring
Yeah.
or something, man. So
Yeah, shit.
there's
I wish I
always
could
those
go
rowdy,
back to,
rowdy,
like,
rowdy,
the
rowdy
late
tracks.
90s and just be at the tunnel one night. with
Oh, that.
Super Thug.
Oh
Fuck.
fuck! Imagine Super Thug in the tunnle.
That's what I'm saying right now.
Holy shit.
Fucking the
It
tunnel.
was fucked up in Toronto. Imagine the tunnel.
Oh no,
Mm.
man, you're definitely getting your neck slit for like just like looking the wrong way that night.
Well, shout out
You're getting
Noriega,
raped
man.
in the sex bathroom.
He's calmed down so much. Eh?
Yeah.
Old age will get you.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure, man. For sure.
Yeah, we don't get into this. Nori's a shooter.
Yeah, but I'm saying though, like Nori back then, Nori now.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
Day and night.
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
He fell into
man.
the podcast. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's calm.
But
He's
he
doing
calmed
good,
down
man.
even
He's doing
before
good for
that. Like
himself.
his single he dropped last year with Pharrell
Mm.
is so like
What, Uno Mas?
Yeah.
Hey,
It's
but yo,
like,
you gotta give him credit for
That
being
was
one of the
this
dudes who
year,
kind of
right?
like
Nah,
started.
last year, yeah.
He kind of started reggaeton, man.
Yeah.
He was like the forefather.
he
of
didn't
that
start
shit.
it, but he jumped on the wave.
Yeah, he's
Jumped on the
definitely
wave.
he's
Oh, yeah.
definitely the guy who made it popular for like the urban crowd.
Mm.
You know, he brought it to you know what I'm saying, like the Black American, North
Yeah.
American crowd. You know what I mean? And
And we're not
introduced
gonna
it.
talk about noise rhyme skills here because you
Nah,
know
we
It
know
don't
he
even
ain't
fucking
got it.
matter. It don't even matter. That's that
Makes
question
sense.
you asked last week. This guy asked a question, yo, does lyrics matter when a track's hot? Fuck no, man. There's tracks where you know what I'm saying, like, depends on this.
There's
Exactly.
gotta be a hammer that you hold in your
Exactly.
hand to make hits.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's why Ray Renoy, because as much as he's not lyrical, like he's one of my favorite rappers.
Exactly.
Yo, what's the most played out like punchline, like style of punchline in hip hop? Like Jadakiss, like when every car is a color of something different in his fridge. You know what I mean? In every verse.
Something
Every
hospital
single
and
verse.
ICU. I see you
Yeah,
walking
ICU.
ICU, boy. You know, something
Is
along
that
those lines.
is that along the lines of the most played out though?
Yeah, I think so. I think
I
it's
don't
up
know.
there. I think it
I
would
got more
definitely
money
be
than
up
you
there.
type of raps.
Whips being
This
certain
has gotta
colors.
be-
Yeah.
Whips.
Or like
the white
what,
girl.
What about like I'm in the hood like stop sign?
Yeah.
Or like I'm in the hood like
I think
street
I might
lights.
try some of this.
Go eat
So
it.
I'm-
take your time.
What is this, yo? It's an edible shit?
Got some cookies and cream.
Yeah.
Edibles,
No, it's cookie
200 milligrams. I'd start with a square or two.
Who
I'm not
made
even
that?
touching that
Yo,
shit.
I got a munch of some
Yo, hold up.
Hold on. You gotta put that on
Let
camera,
Ruby
eh?
That sounds dangerous.
Yo, I thought those were like some papers or something.
Let Ruby plug it.
I
Yo,
also have
yo,
another
let me see.
sponsor, Green Go Canada.
Yeah.
I was gonna bring you guys some papers, but I forgot them and shit.
But yo, tell us about the edibles. though.
Edibles, yes.
I gotta eat that on my day off, man.
Strong as shit, fucking usually get them at the shows and shit, giving them out free.
What?
And you said that's your crew that does
This is
it.
my
Hey.
sponsor.
Okay.
This is my sponsor.
Shout out to the guys who give
Yeah.
out, you know what I'm saying, the kush for free at
Usually,
shows.
when
man.
Wow.
I give out to the
What's the
people at
sale
shows.
Yeah.
People come out, they usually.
Shout out J-Don, man.
I'm
always
not
try to
touching
stress
that
people
shit.
to take it easy with it, cause it's
Yeah, that
mad
should have hit
strong.
you hard.
Mad strong.
Yeah.
Word. That's what's up.
And to be honest, like one of my favorite things about these bars, man, is when I go up on stage, I usually tell people, yo, take it easy, try it out.
Yeah.
Right? I can always tell who doesn't listen.
Oh yeah.
20 minutes later, from walking through the club, I can tell who didn't listen. I'm just sweating. People are in the booth just
Wow.
sitting down. You
Vegging
can
out.
tell. You can tell. It's just like, all right.
That's something that I would shove in my mouth one time and be like,
And it tastes
oh,
good, so you don't even
shit,
know about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you should have
That's
paused after
dangerous,
that.
bro.
No, shut the fuck up, man. I get it. Just shut the fuck up. Yes, I shut the fucking thing up. I'm not thinking that on that level, man. Stop this, bro. It ain't a dick, bro. It ain't even a dildo.
It ain't even a
It's
dildo.
fucking chocolate, bro.
Yo.
White chocolate.
That's
Yo,
what's up.
can
Shout
I
out
know,
to you,
Frank? Angela, you
I took
just
two
had
squares
Freddie
on
Gibbs on lip service like yesterday.
Yeah,
And
cream.
then she's like asking him like, yo, if a girl wants to like wants you to put like fuck her while like she has a
What?
dildo.
Angela's
could you-
asking no kind of questions?
Yeah.
I need to be on her
Lip
show. I will
service,
fuck the
yeah.
shit out of Angela Yee.
Yo, so you
Straight the fuck up.
Shout
out Angela.
if your girl wants to fuck but have a dildo so she's double penetrated, do you do it? He's like, hell no, like I don't need nobody like, you know, whatever picture happens to happen. Like, yo, what's Freddie Gibbs doing in that room with that big purple rubber dick?
would like-
Angela Yee is a
hilarious.
freak and a half.
You gotta peep that shit,
Let
man.
me find her, man. But I'm not.
That's weird.
See, you asked me that question, I'm showing that
That's
shit
kinda
in your
weird.
ass.
That's weird still.
Fuck outta here.
Hilarious.
Angela
kinda
Yee,
weird.
eh?
Oh yeah,
I like
Angela's
Yeah,
a
but-
cutie pie though, man.
Nah, man, I ain't
Angela's
heard
a
about
cutie
it.
pie.
I'm
You
gonna
just
get
want
in
her
the
lip
DMs.
service.
I'm gonna be in the DMs. But big up all the
Hey.
Blazers. All the Blazer chicks.
Yo, let's make some noise for everybody getting in Cardi's DMs right now. I saw one
Shout
girl
out
on my
J-Dub.
Facebook shot the shot and took a screenshot of it, and I'm like, yo,
Took a shot at Cardi?
B is wild for having her DM still open at this point, especially after this.
Hey, she's a smart artist,
That's
man. She's
wild.
milking this shit to the fullest, man.
Yeah,
Like,
she's good.
she knows what she's fucking doing.
I think
Yeah.
I think the whole
She's
the
successful.
marriage was
Yeah,
publicity.
man.
But if you really think they're gonna end it just like that,
Hey, they still gonna fuck.
by January,
They still gonna
It's
fuck.
never just like that. Women are always ahead of the
Oh.
curve when they want to leave a relationship. Dudes are always in the
That's
fucking.
not true.
They gotta
Well, it
be.
depends on the
That's
situation.
I've been
Shout out Offset.
Oh,
He got a
yeah,
baby with her.
yeah.
you
No,
know
I
what I'm
understand
saying?
that, but what I'm saying is,
They're gonna be
a
connected
lot of
for life.
women, if they're gonna leave like it's almost like it looks like they just left. They already were
Oh,
planning
she was
that.
thinking about it from time?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
were
absolutely.
planning that. They
She's
got
already, she's
the
already got a penthouse. And
they got the
Trump Tower
backup
in New York
boyfriends
City.
and everything.
It's
They got the
like-
whole shit, man.
Hey, she got like Cardi got money, you know what I'm saying? So she ain't worried about
Yeah.
shit. And to be honest with you, like they're both
She's
so
like, I don't need
fucking
this
young.
rock Offset.
Hey, man, they're
You
young.
gave me it, this was
listen,
nice.
listen. Here's the thing that's gonna happen.
This was an insurance policy.
they-
Now this ain't shit.
if they both go on to be successful and whatnot, like they're still connected through a kid, they'll just link back up in like
I
5, 10
wonder-
years when their lives are a little bit slower. Because you gotta imagine too,
Yeah,
both their
I
lives
know.
are really
Did
fucking
Andre
fast right
3000
now,
and Erica
right?
Badu ever link back up?
They're still good
Nah.
friends. They got pictures with their son Seven, who's
Yeah,
just
but
going to
DOC's
university.
running that.
DOC?
Whatever.
He's running up in Erica?
Is
Yeah.
he married to her? He
What's
they have a
wrong with him?
kid? Are they together? Who the
Get
fuck
some
is-
fresh pussy, bro.
Yo, Erica Badu's beautiful,
Fuck,
man.
bro. I
What
don't
the
get.
fuck? But she got babies with a lot of
celebrities
rappers,
exchanging.
though.
I get it, because it's celebrity shit.
That's a small
I
circle.
know
Why
the
you
rapper
sharing
has a
the
kid
same
with- I know the
chicks?
rapper has a kid with her too. Who is it? Fuck.
Not
DOC.
Common.
Yeah, Common.
No,
No, Common's dating her.
He was dating
No,
her.
DOC.
I know
Andre-
Fingers dating her.
Andre
too.
3000, and yeah, there's one more that has a kid with her, man. I can't remember who the fuck it is, but she definitely has a kid with one other
Yeah.
rapper, I think, man.
She's the
It
ultimate
should be
baby
like
mama.
Jamal from Death Squad.
Yo, the DLC one was like, oh, DLC.
Wow, of all people. I'm just saying,
Or like
she
Rampage from
she
Flip
changes
Mode.
dudes.
You think
They
so?
they date her, they become like a whole different person.
Yeah.
Dead Prez didn't really change up though. Dead Prez
Oh,
is
he
still
was
Dead
with her
Prez.
too?
No,
Why, you
Dead,
saying Dead Prez both got
no,
with
but you
Erica?
don't remember when
What
Dead
they
Prez
do?
was rolling with Erica Heavy?
But when
After she was kind of done rolling with Common, she was rolling around with Dead Prez for like a year or two.
but they
Heavy.
fucking.
I don't think they were fucking. They were just
Yeah,
making music
I
just
thought
on
they
that
were
on that
not
tip,
from-
on
Do
that
you
pro
think
black
fucking
tip.
Erica
though.
Badu makes you more woke?
Wow.
I don't know, man.
Maybe
Hold on. You
I
cannot
don't know.
blame Erica for that outcast fallout. You can't.
Oh,
No,
Andre-
they don't really have a
Andre
follow,
3000
though.
already. Who the fuck? You
can't
Google
do
that.
All I know is Sir Luscious Left Foot is the wackest album name I've ever heard in my life.
What?
Was that Big Boy?
Yeah.
Luscious
He's been trying.
Sir
He's trying.
Luscious Left
That was the
Foot.
last album he dropped with the.
It was one of those
He's trying.
albums.
He's
that-
trying to be
He's
Andre.
trying.
But he's
trying to
always been
survive.
kind of like, he
Yeah,
always
he's
called
trying to
himself like
survive.
Sir Lucius or whatever.
You just need to get another track.
Going
with a
back
bunch
to
of
going
strippers.
back to I think Aquemini, he was referring to
I'm saying
himself as Sir
that's a trash
Lucius.
album.
I think the first time I heard it was Speaker Box.
Might have been Speaker Box,
Yeah,
but
that's
yeah,
how
that's
it
been
was.
like a nickname of his from time, man. You can't, they're pimps
When-
regardless.
When Andre said, "That's it," he should
Yeah.
have said, "That's it."
Yeah.
No. You
You're
can't say that.
No,
You can't
Big
say
Boy-
that.
Big
You
Boy's
can't
had a
say
good
that.
solo career.
Yeah,
You
so
can't
it's
say
good.
that.
I hate no Big Boy. I just hate that album title.
You can't
Okay,
tell.
hold on.
Listen. You
Big
can't tell
Boy's had a
somebody.
good solo career. Name a single.
Shutterbug.
Shut up. Yeah.
That big dog.
Kryptonite.
Huh? Another one?
Kryptonite.
Even though it's not really a single.
Kryptonite.
No,
And if
Kryptonite
it
was a
wasn't
big
for him-
record
yeah,
still.
and
Purple Ribbon, the Purple Ribbon.
yeah, and if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have Killer Mike, who, by the
Yeah.
way, that's another
Run the
person we don't talk.
Jewels.
Run the Jewels, man.
Yeah.
Killer Mike might be one of the
But-
fucking best rappers out today, and he's getting better with age, man. You know what I'm saying? So
Royce
shout out
might
Killer
be
Mike.
like the illest in the game, though.
I put Royce up there with Killer Mike. I put them fucking like neck and
Well, they're
neck.
different kind of rappers, but
Kind of.
Like-
You know what I'm saying? Like Killer Mike has a lot of personal shit. Like now
yeah,
with
but I'm
Run the
talking about
Jewels.
like the bars field.
No,
I
but
mean, like,
with
who's
Run the
really
Jewels,
fucking
he's a
with
little
Royce?
bit
Like,
bit more whatever. He's like kind of Royce when Royce is with Eminem. That's
make
what they're
it
very
turn the
similar.
other
But
cheek
if you
like a half-done
have you heard
Plastic
Killer
Surgeon?
Mike's like American album and his solo shit? His solo shit is fucking amazing, phenomenal. It's like Ice
Killer
Cube
Mike's
if Ice
mad
Cube
fire.
used more than one syllable.
Yeah, Ice Cube is like.
Speaking of, he just dropped a
let's
single
not
too.
get into
Yeah,
the conversation.
the
Let's not
Arrest
get
the
into the
President?
conversation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Arrest the
love for
President's
Ice Cube.
okay, but
What do we have on the docket? And we got
Yo, what up, what up?
We gotta see what you're saying.
shut
too,
up,
right?
Gov. Shut up. No, but we're okay.
We've got a crazy rant.
Yeah, we're going
Yeah,
to
there's way too much
do
rant in that.
It's blaming
So, yo,
Karen, bro.
We gonna get that right down to the nitty gritty.
Yeah, we were
I'm
talking
gonna
about
tell you a
earlier.
little reason why you ain't shit. Put the bar with it, bar bullshit on hold.
All right.
Yo, make some noise for Cool Mo D.
Cool, man. Fucking Z.
Was Cool Mo D versus Busy Bee the best battle in hip hop history?
I actually never heard that battle.
Why you never heard
No,
that?
I haven't. I'll check it on YouTube.
Oh man, yo, the
It was
Mo D
revolutionary.
shit.
Yeah.
Yo, Mo D shit on that.
You know what? I don't think it was.
Listen here, Busy Bee. I don't mean to be bold, but put that bar with it, bar bullshit on hold.
Yeah.
I'ma get right down to the nitty grit. I'ma say a little something while you ain't shit.
What I would say about that
Shit's a
battle.
freestyle. Like he
Yeah,
just came out of
yeah.
yo, it's fire.
It's
yo.
still and it's still on some party rocking shit.
Right, 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 right.
He went
Yeah.
7.5 minutes.
What I would
Yeah.
say about that
goes,
battle.
yeah.
What I
He
was,
didn't even come back out.
no, he doesn't. Because it's one of
Like,
the
what do I
things.
say? To the hip, to the hop?
Right.
Nah, bro, it's over.
This was
the
the
first
battle.
bar was put that bar with the bar bullshit.
Yeah.
on. Like, what are you coming out with? Like, nah, I'm gonna take that off a hold.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pay for the bar with the bar in full.
That's the
That's
thing.
where hip hop kind of split on a lyrical tip.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. It might not be the best battle or whatever, but it was the battle that evolution was witnessed on that
Yeah.
stage at that moment because it went from, okay, if you're gonna do a battle on stage, you can't just do this. I got Levi's jeans. I'm
When
the
people were
illest
battling
to
before
straight
that,
up
like,
snap it on a
Funky Four
motherfucker
plus
with some.
orange shit and like,
But not to
but
that
not like
level.
that.
Not with some, you know what I'm saying? You came in with someone who's pre-written, destroy this motherfucker's
But it
life
wasn't
type
even
shit.
pre-written.
Regardless of it was or wasn't, the way he did it was on some, I'm gonna tear you down instead of I'm gonna rock this party harder.
Yeah.
And it changed the mentality of
Yeah.
battling at that point, you know what I'm saying?
Yo,
Completely
so let's make
shifted
some
things.
noise for
It was an
Kool Moe
evolutionary moment in
Yeah,
hip hop.
changing hip hop, and not only that, he was the only rapper from the 70s to transcend to make hits in the 80s.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow, West.
Used to live downtown.
Watch out before you get bum rushed.
Pause. Imagine that.
I used to live downtown.
Oh, wow.
49th Street, rolling.
Nah, shout out Kool D, man. Shout out Kool D,
Make some noise for Kool Moe
He's
D.
definitely a father in this game.
Wow.
Father,
Yo,
you
but
know
he
what
was
I'm
the only one from the 70s to transcend and do actually make hits in the 80s.
He got a dope name too.
And yo, make some fucking noise for Kool Moe D for discovering Teddy Riley.
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah, man.
And let's make some noise for LL Cool J for fucking
Tearing them in you ass.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's what's up.
You might win a
Wow.
battle, but you might lose one too.
Right?
Hey.
But you know what I'm
How it
saying?
goes,
Like,
man.
shout out to LL Cool J, because LL Cool J, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's the next evolution in that
Yo,
shit.
I got
too,
mad
man.
love for LL Cool J. People hate on him.
Huh?
People are kind of hating on him right
I'm
now.
fucking
because of
around.
I
that
know
whole-
now you're trying to reach.
Nah, I'm just you got love for him, man.
Yo, people are kind of hating on him right
Fucking
now because
around,
of
yo.
that whole Rock the Bells thing,
Cookies
you know
in
what
a
I'm saying?
plastic bag getting crushed by buildings might be like top 10
shit.
illest song titles of all time.
I didn't realize
That song title's ill.
how late it actually is right now. But hold up, we gotta do something before we even go any further.
Cry?
No, cause my man came here for a
Yeah,
purpose,
we gotta
right?
talk, man.
Ruben
We're gonna
came
talk,
here
man.
for a purpose. He got some tickets that he, I believe, wants to give away.
True.
Yes, sir.
So
How
how
we
we
gonna
want to
give
set
them?
this up? How we want to give these tickets away, my man?
Let's see.
Listen here, listeners.
You guys have no ideas how you want to get this way, or is this all out?
It's
whatever's
You
covered,
kind of
man.
present the
Alright.
idea.
Alright.
But if you want, like, I could take this bull by the horns and fuck it.
What the fuck?
I'll say-
I had a
pause.
conversation between
No
cows
pause.
and
No
bulls the other day.
pause.
Straight in.
Hold
So,
on.
that's
Yo,
a
man.
pause. That's a
Let's try to wrap it up in at least
Yo,
20
you can call
minutes,
me
man.
Meta World Pause.
So we'll say at 9 o'clock, first person to comment Ruby Red name on Dustin Warren's live will win 2 tickets.
Hey.
Alright.
That's a cool deal. Right?
Obi Trice show. Where? Where's the Obi Trice show at?
This will be at Whitby, up in Whitby.
Okay, so
go
if you
to
want to
Dustin
go,
Wareham's Facebook.
Yeah.
Watch his live and not mine.
and what's the date? What's
And I
the
can
date of
hop off
this?
this fucking thing here.
What's the date of the show, bro?
This
Hey.
will be on
Oops.
December 11th
Okay, so
at the Dirty Martini.
shit, we only got one person watching right now. Hopefully, some more people tune in. I didn't think
That's
one
it.
person watching
Yeah,
J
but they
Don.
have to see that.
If
so we have to keep
anybody
bringing it
wants
up.
to go catch this, you know, Obi Trice show with my man Ruby Red, you know, and a bunch of other artists right now. Let's make it on any of our
Any of our
days.
lives.
Yeah,
At
yeah.
9 p.m., which is approximately 9 minutes from now, you got to comment either Dustin Wareham, Kelly Maloney, or Mike Stone on our corresponding feeds, and you'll win yourself a pair of tickets to the Obi
we got a
Trice show.
three-way
But it's
tie.
the first person. You gotta be the first fucking person to
If we
do
get a
this, you know
three-way
what I'm
tie, what do we
saying?
Obi
do?
Trice, real name, no gimmicks.
If we get a three-way, I don't know. We'll pick a number, man.
There
But
you go.
that's what it is, man. So we're gonna drop that in 9 fucking minutes, man. So
Alright.
we'll update that
And
in a
until
couple
then,
minutes.
I think each of us should just shed a tear.
Yeah, we'll
Like,
shed a tear
let's
too,
spread
man.
around the circle, and each person shed one.
Camera shut off there.
Alright.
But until then,
Oh,
let's
yeah,
let's
fuck that
discuss
camera.
the
No,
the
shed that
controversy.
Damn, you cry crazy.
Yeah, I'm a crazy crier, man. What the fuck? I don't know.
Yo, Mike, I didn't hear you whimper yet.
Fuck all of that shit.
Yeah.
Man, I cry in
What the fuck
silence.
this
I
guy
cry in my
talking
own
about?
mind.
cry in silence!
Oh, if I cry out, man. Man.
This guy's
That's
hard to
good.
the core. He don't cry.
He
man.
just
He
sits
ain't
there
never
and
shed a
stares
tear
at a
in his
wall like, the tears just slowly run from his eye. He doesn't blink
tell.
either.
Doesn't
You
blink.
stare in the mirror at
You gotta be
yourself
doing
like a
that like that,
narcissist.
man.
You're just like, just watch the tear fall. You're like,
That's it, exactly.
and in your head you're thinking, I can't hear myself cry, so I gotta watch this mirror.
What's the thing?
Calls
of-
himself a pussy.
Yo, look at
Pussy.
the Scarface song. The song about
watched
the man cry.
Yeah, I never.
Yeah,
always
that's my.
wonder why.
You know when it comes to
Never
that shit.
seen a man
yeah.
cry till I seen a man die.
That's a big fucking song.
Yeah,
Big
that
too.
is, yo.
Yeah.
You don't give
Shout out
Scarface
Yeah.
flowers
Scarface
enough.
deserves a
Like
lot.
when you had a
of
funeral?
or a lot of
If you don't cry at a funeral, then you're a piece of shit.
Oh, don't say
Oh,
that,
that's
man.
No, I mean like
Don't say
if
I
you
have
can't,
trouble
you,
crying
I
at
didn't
funerals
cry at my
sometimes,
grandma's
man.
funeral.
I know that, but I don't mean it like that.
I know
Put it
that.
like this. I put it like this.
I'm
I put it
calling
like
you a
this.
piece of
No,
shit.
no, I'm put it like this. I'm gonna put it like this.
Piece of
I'm gonna put it like this, right? I'm
Oh,
gonna put it like this, right?
Hey.
Before my mother died, and when I was a younger kid, and I was trying to be a tough guy with my grandmother.
Yeah.
So like I ain't gonna cry with Ray, right? And she gave me a
Gotta
lesson,
cry
and she
at
told me like Ray,
man, come
when
on.
my mom
Yeah,
died,
he did, but come on.
I didn't just cry at the funeral. I cried here, there, and every fucking where.
Yeah.
Because it depends. It depends on the connection you have with that person.
Yeah.
That's why.
I had a connection with my grandma.
Yeah.
But
So
I
you,
still don't cry.
I didn't say you had to
So
cry.
you were tear constipated.
Did you try to hold back the tears?
No.
So you just had no feeling.
No, do you know what
Did
it
you know
is?
she was gonna die?
Well,
That's her fault.
I think it's
Oh
different.
shit!
that's
I'm
the
gonna kill
thing.
you.
This is one thing I was gonna say. I like prepare myself for that shit. You know what I
Okay,
mean? Like,
okay. So you were
beforehand.
prepared for that,
I was
yeah.
prepared for it years ago. I'm like,
Ah,
oh, shit,
that's
you know
the
what I mean?
thing.
My grandma's gonna die soon.
Yeah,
She's however
but-
years
that's-
old.
But you knew she
Yeah.
was gonna die, basically.
Well,
She
see,
was
there's
saying
like two
5
kinds
years
of
before she
people.
passed
Yeah.
away, you already shed those
Well, no,
tears.
it's
No,
because
gonna happen.
because I had people die close to me young, right?
Yeah, so you got used to it.
So I was like, oh, okay. So instead of becoming a bubbling mess every time, when I see the signs, like my dad would, I don't even want to say something
Yeah.
like that. But if like somebody like that, like you know what I mean? Like my
Yeah.
parents are like my two closest people to me in
Yeah.
the world. But like let's say like my brother or somebody who came up to me and was like,
Yeah.
yo, I got like some crazy disease that's gonna like kill me sometime, right? Even if it was like a 20-year thing, I'd be preparing myself for it that
Yeah,
moment.
that- yeah, of course,
You know what I
of
mean?
course.
Like I'm not so like when I see my
When you
grandma
get used to it,
old,
you get
I had
used
a
to
couple,
it.
I had a grandfather die, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? And I had like, you know, so I'm like, oh, my
Once you get
grandma,
used to
she's
it, you
like
get
this
used to
age.
it.
Well, that's what's
Yeah.
up, man.
This is gonna
That's some
happen.
heavy
This is
shit.
Yeah.
I think you made a good
Fuck
point
the
though.
topic
The fact
of
is,
death,
like
man.
when someone's older, you know, it's like
You kinda
it's
expect it.
expected, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
But it's also about the circumstance, you know.
Yeah.
Just all of a
Exactly.
sudden, it's like, oh shit, look at this person, shit this person went through. I can feel that. Wow, that's too hard. You can't, you know.
It all depends on the
right?
situation.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
That's
All depends on the
Situation
situation.
does matter.
Yeah,
But I've had friends die too and I
Yeah.
cry.
yeah. It all depends on the situation.
But yeah, it is all the situation.
Yeah, so
that's the thing at the end
Still a
of the day.
piece of. I'm just playing.
No, I don't think
I'm
crying makes
fucking
you
around.
easy.
I'm fucking joking,
But you
bro.
know what? I've cried about some real dumb shit before too. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. It really
Stubbed
depends
your
on
when
the
I caught a
situation.
girl cheating on me, you know what I mean? I cried enough times.
Yeah.
So
But
yeah.
again, it depends on the situation. If you get used to it, then it's like, okay, well.
All right, but yo, check
Those
this
are
out.
hoes.
Check this out.
Yeah, right?
In 4 minutes, the first person to comment on either my page, Mike Stone's feed, or Kelly Maloney's feed, you got to comment with either our correspondents'
Red.
names. You got or Ruby Red. Yeah, comment Ruby Red on either my page, Maloney's, or Stone's page. You're gonna get 2 free tickets to the Obi Trice show in Whitby on December.
Make sure you
11th.
can
Who wants
travel
free
there.
tickets?
Make sure you
We got
got
a
money to
couple-
take the bus.
We got a couple moments, man.
Fuck out of here.
You got a couple minutes.
I might just whip out my
Minutes.
phone and do it myself, to be honest with you. We'll see if you guys can beat
All right,
me.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
do that right now, yo.
Ah, that's what's up. But yo, what?
I'ma
That's,
beat you to
we
the
were
meat.
having we were
Pause.
having a deep conversation before the show started.
No,
'cause
we
I
don't
said-
have deep conversations.
No, we have medium conversations,
Premier
like,
is
you
a
know,
deep
kind of like
conversation.
shallow conversations before the show.
Well, we
started.
yell before we get on this
Yeah.
show. We're
Yeah, I
so
know.
reserved.
These two are
man.
sitting here like all fucking like.
We were having
like,
a shallow
yeah,
conversation.
shit out. And I'm just sitting there being quiet. I'm like, yo, shut the fuck up.
But I was saying earlier that I kind of think this song, fucking "Baby It's Cold Outside," is in 2018's contextual, you know, Me Too world where the most famous father of all time has been thrown in jail.
I
for
think
roofing
faggots need to
women.
stop being sensitive.
No, I think the
Wow.
song is a little it's a little rapey in 2018, man.
Shout out,
100%.
shout out to everybody with a rapist wit.
Wow.
Wow.
Yo, that's a throwback
No
from
one's
like
happy.
shit he said. That's all
Yeah.
That's what I'm like, that is what you doing?
There's bars if you listen to the show.
Hey!
If you listen to the show week by week, you get bars.
Look at
Oh.
everything. Everyone's way too
Way too
focused
sensitive.
about
Yeah,
everything.
put some baby
No, I
wipes
feel
on your
that.
fucking dick and relax.
Everything.
I feel that. But if you really were to analyze the
Pause.
song, if you really analyze the song, what they're saying in this song is,
Oh, I feel you on that.
You know what I'm saying?
But
Like-
I just mean overall, because
Yeah.
like even Eminem's under fire right now for that freestyle you just put out.
See, I didn't even hear this freestyle. I gotta
What-
check out
what-
this
what-
freestyle.
what-
No,
why
no,
is he under fire?
at
They-
least
they-
it's
they're
fire.
basically coming at
It's
him
just
saying,
awkward.
they're saying to him, "Oh, you're too old and too up there to be coming at Christina Aguilera."
Oh.
jokes.
Yeah.
It's like
He's
when he was
a-
doing it back then,
she's
it was
fair
funny.
game.
Yeah.
Right? Why is it
And
Nah,
they're
yeah,
both
what's the issue
huge
now?
But
celebrities.
this is
That's
the
fair
difference
game.
Yeah.
in time.
But Christiana, whatever.
Okay.
Yo, do you know what? That's
Ain't
the only
relevant
thing
no
that makes
more.
me think Eminem is not gay. How many times he's tried to shoot his shot with Christina on not like a let's fuck tip, on like a yeah, fuck you tip. You know what I mean? He's like, if I piss her off enough, maybe
Yeah,
I'll
it
get her
helped her,
attention.
too.
You know what I mean?
It
Like,
helps her.
Shout out
so-
Christina
that's-
Aguilera.
How old? How much
Yeah.
older was he than her though?
Christina's like, yo, and
They're like
keep
close
on-
to same
keep on
age.
up.
Nah,
Oh
he
my
was like
God.
28 when he came out.
I don't
Christina
know.
was like not even.
Can we just
Like
start talking
18
about
or
Christina
something?
Aguilera because that's like my biggest crush in the world.
Yeah, she can
so,
get it
Alright,
still.
You know, we don't get me all like.
But can she get it now,
excited
though?
Right now. Yeah, she can.
Yo.
Yo, don't.
She looks like Little Kim, right? She looks like
I
Little
know,
Kim.
I know.
When Little Kim was black.
And Lil Kim is like in that same field too.
What?
China doll Lil Kim can still get it.
She can. Little Kim can still get it now.
Lil
Kim?
Kim should not
Lil
have
Kim
bleached her
now?
skin,
No,
man.
no.
She should not have bleached her
Yeah.
skin. I love her, but she should not.
I gotta
have
think
that,
about it.
man.
I gotta think about it. Not because of the
What's up, we
bleaching.
got?
You know what? Foxy Brown still. You know,
No, the Foxy can still get it.
Yeah, Foxy. Yeah, we got one
you know
minute,
she can't
man.
orgasm. She.
Why can't she?
Never mind. She's deaf. She-
I don't even think she's deaf anymore, man. I think she got that problem fixed.
All right. Well, since she may have
She
heard
sounded
that,
off on the
then-
next
But I have no
She
idea
sounded
what
bad
the
off on
fuck
the
her
Nicky
being
album.
deaf
No,
has to do with
yeah.
orgasm.
She sounded like she
No,
couldn't
because I had
tell.
it backwards. She's not a mute. She's that. Yeah, I just had it
So what,
backwards.
mutes can't orgasm?
Oh,
music.
fuck.
What are you saying?
I don't know. Can they?
You're the one who
My
said
boys-
it.
my
not me.
boys-
That's a good question.
One of my
Can a
boys-
mute orgasm?
You're the one who
Apparently.
fucking said it.
What can it?
I don't know.
If you can't talk, can you go?
Yeah, they do it all the time, anyways.
God.
My boy's mom's was deaf.
No,
Word.
I can
No,
fucking-
no,
Check it out, check it
Not
out.
deaf.
It's 9 o'clock.
What's mute and what's deaf? Like
Mute. I mean, you can't talk.
yeah, basically she was like that.
Oh shit! All right, so Stephen James Stokes commented.
She was like,
Ruby Ray
oh,
on my page.
we have a
So
winner.
you win yourself
Got you,
2 tickets to this Obi Trice show, my
I
guy.
said way too much controversy.
There you go. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Contact myself or contact
Wow.
Toronto Talks and email or contact
Don't get me
Ruby Ray.
started, bro.
Hold on.
No.
Hold on. Steve,
Get my student started.
do me a favor. Either contact
Look like
Toronto
Winston.
Talks or contact Ruby Red, and Ruby Red or myself will figure out what's up. If you contact me or contact us at Toronto
Yo,
Talks, we'll
6
get you in
9 got
touch
out
with
of
Ruby Red.
jail.
So,
If
I
you
knew that
want
was
to
gonna happen.
contact us,
No,
Congratulations. That's
that's
what's up.
I bet you.
Shut you out,
Contact
man.
Dustin, he'll stay there.
Tag us and let
He's,
the world know that you
he's-
want a pair of
he's,
tickets from Ruby Red for his Obi Trice
he's,
show. That's what's
rape
up.
charge
What's yours,
thing, they
man?
try to re-thing him, they not got close.
Right.
Yeah.
Dustin.
I'm just going off of what I seen.
Mike.
So that's what's up.
What was that?
But yeah, James, I
Sorry,
got
my
you. No
bad.
worries.
I can talk loud from back here too.
Yes.
Unless you didn't hear me.
Nah.
Ah, fuck it. Who cares? You missed that.
Congratulations,
I'll
homie.
be on all these devices.
Yeah, we're having different
Be on this
conversations and all type of
device.
It's
shit. going
coin.
on here.
Okay, I apologize. Fuck everybody.
Yo, is KRS-One the best rapper of all time?
No.
No. Unfortunately, no. I think he's great and he's one of my favorites, but G-Rap and Rakim are way better than him.
I agree.
Mm.
But yo, no,
And Kane.
I don't want that KRS-One.
This is damn near the 100% all hip hop show, man.
Yeah, it happens a lot.
It
Yeah.
kinda does. It's kind of weird, but all right. So
Is that really that weird?
But hip hop relates to everything in life.
I think it's weirder all the.
Huh?
Never mind.
You just look
I
at
think
it
all the
up.
rapists
The
wit on
first
this show
person
is a
to
little
post that
weirder
would
than
be
hip hop
academic.
talk, but I can't help it. You guys
Yeah,
go
okay.
For sure, for
what
sure.
the
for sure.
fuck?
Okay.
Where did that come
I'll
from?
give-
Hold
I'll give
on.
that
Did you hear what the fuck this guy just said?
Nah.
I didn't say nothing. I just said
I'll-
last night I got some punani. Right now I want more punani.
Well, yeah, there's nothing wrong with
That's
that.
you talking.
Punani, punani.
This man's talking some real slick
Yo,
shit.
make
We're
some
gonna
Well, I
noise.
got it recorded, so when I go back, I'll hear it.
exactly.
Make
You're
some
gonna
noise for
play back
Dr.
and be
Evil
like, what the
being
fuck
wild.
did this man just say right now?
I didn't say nothing. Yo, Dr. Evil though.
All right, shut him alone.
You know,
man.
the first time I heard More Punani, I thought it was Dr. Evil from Austin Powers.
There's actually a song, the guy named
Yeah.
Left Side.
It's a song like from
Left
the
Side,
80s.
a regular
Yeah.
dancehall artist, Left
Yeah.
Side. He does Dr. Evil. That's his alias.
Yeah, yeah.
And he
no,
has a
I
song
know.
called More Punani.
Yeah, yeah.
So that is, yeah.
But what, he's like trying to impersonate him, Austin Powers, Dr. Evil?
Yeah, basically.
Ah.
That's his alias.
See, I just knew that as like.
More Punani,
I didn't realize that was his attempt of being.
Yeah, his name is
actually
Left Side.
Dr.
His name is
Evil.
Left Side.
Oh, see, I didn't realize he
Yeah.
had another alias.
because he was a part of a group, Left Side and
That song used to
Madison
trip me
and
out
David
because my
Beckham.
boy was like into it, right? And I was like, yo, this like, is this Dr. Evil from Austin?
But he
Powers?
sounds like Dr. Evil, yeah.
No. He's
But
like,
he
this is like Dr. Evil, the reggae artist. I'm like, why does he sound so much like Dr.
Yeah,
Evil from Austin Powers?
He took on the alias. Left Side's a sick
That
artist.
song used to bug me the fuck out.
Yeah, Left Side's a really
Word.
sick artist, yo.
Okay,
Yeah,
word.
that's what's
You
up.
just put me up on something.
Yeah.
That's what's
Yo,
fucking
all
up.
right.
All right, man.
I'm
So
glad
what
I know
else we
something.
got?
Make some noise for No Dirty Panty by Watch.
No dirty panty, no dirty panty. Hey.
All right, so we should
If the panty are brown, vagina we are bound.
stop.
The crunchy is blue, and the pant. If the panty is blue and the crunchy is pink, I hope bread pussy stink.
Woo.
I'm so tired.
Wow. Shut up, man. This kid needs his own fucking YouTube channel. 25, man.
I'm done.
You know what I'm saying?
I said it was done 10 minutes ago.
Wow.
All right. Before we go, man, we definitely gotta give Ruby the floor for a moment. Ruby, if you want to
Yeah.
speak over a moment, let us know what's going on with the show. Boz, you gotta say something because you've been up in here too. So, and it was your birthday yesterday, so happy birthday to you too, motherfucker.
Happy birthday to Buzz. Hey Buzz, it's your birthday.
Again, it's Ruby Red, also known as Double R. Again, I'm sponsored by Cushion's Edibles, Green Go Canada, represent Raw Doggy and TWBM.
Big up
Yeah.
to
Shout out
Dizzy.
Dion.
Fuck that guy.
Obi Trice,
Hey,
October
John, what the
11th,
fuck?
October
Yeah, we in
9th.
it.
I am in
Asshole.
Whitby and I am in
Perry Sound.
Very
We gonna
sad.
turn up. We gonna have fun as always. If you've never seen me live, come out. Make sure you check it out.
Puts on a great live performance.
That's what's up. That's my homie,
Yeah,
man. He
big
fucking
up,
kills
man.
it, man. Ruby's definitely one of the preeminent performers out here in the underground circuit. That is Toronto.
Who's better, you or him?
Don't even put
Stop
it on
that
the spot
nonsense.
like that.
Hey.
Don't even
Why you
do
do
that?
Yeah, he's taking my notes. He's taking notes. He's taking
Ain't
notes.
even better.
Mike
Ain't
Stone
even
gets not
better, man.
No, I don't mind that. I don't mind that whatsoever, man. We need to do
That's
fuck
my
around sometime.
fan, man.
Yo.
Ain't even like that. I'm a fan of his. He's a, you know what I'm saying? He's a fan. Like, we just like to smoke weed after we done
Alright, well, I'm
performing and
smoking
killing the
both
fucking
if we're
set.
going
You
for
know
a
what
bar
I'm saying?
fest. I'm just letting you both know. You want that smoke? I got the bars. No one else barring me in this room right now.
That smoke.
Team Hard. Yeah, we can do that right now.
Let's go.
Let's do that right now. Right now. Right now.
Right now.
Right now. Right now.
We'll do it outside on the fuck. We'll do it
How
like
much
a,
time we got?
I don't know as much as it depends if
What time- what time
depends
Ray
if Ray comes walking through the door. But we do got a birthday party we got to run up to. PvP's got a birthday party tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I gotta
so
get
you
We
that.
can't get no quick bars, yo.
We can do a quick. In here?
Quick.
We're still short on time. We got like 15 minutes before the
Yeah,
show's done.
15-minute throwdown. 15-minute throwdown.
You can clear out before if you want.
I ain't trying to fucking
15-minute
fuck.
throwdown.
I understand.
15-minute throwdown. Let's
Wait,
go.
say-
Let the man do his shout out.
Okay. 15-minute
I
throwdown,
just want
man.
to say shout outs to I got my band Crash the Gates. You can check that out online.
Yeah, shout out
And then
Crash the Gates.
How do they find it online?
I'll find it online. You can you actually can check out Instagram right now.
Tell us what you do,
underscore-
man. You've been
Crash
quiet.
Underscore the underscore Gates, the underscore band. Check that out. And we got some shit online on YouTube coming out soon.
You got
But
mad
really-
underscores for the fucking
Yeah, I know,
bars.
too much, right? It's funny, but nonetheless, also
Team
too,
underscore.
you should actually check out a lot of my stuff through Dustin and stuff. And
Yeah.
Dustin's album coming out soon. Him and I are working on it together. So once again,
Hey.
check that out. We got some cool tracks coming out, and I'm actually on
shit's
this.
fire.
I'm actually on this more than
Then you're on the
some other
last.
stuff. And
Yeah.
stuff.
And
So
we're working on your
progressive, so
album
it's
too,
pretty cool.
man. We're working on
Yeah.
a fucking album, this guy as well. You know what I'm saying? I'm helping him write his album because, like I said, he's a great musician. And you know what I mean? Like a lot of people say they're artists. This guy is a full-on musician, full-on artist. You know what I'm saying? Like he can play every instrument. He can play the guitar. He can play the bass. He can play the drums.
Are
He's the
you
guy who
Phil
does my
Collins?
mixing, does my
Yeah,
engineering.
man,
He can
that's
sing. You know what I'm saying? So, like,
Yeah,
you know,
Phil
he's been a little
Collins,
humble,
exactly.
but
Yo, make some
Phil
noise
Collins
for
around.
Bob being Phil Collins.
I wish we
I
had
love
a
Phil
full
Collins.
episode
That's
where we
shit,
could just
man.
kind of like talk the difference between like hip hop
I'm
and
not
actual
drunk,
rock.
that's what I
Because
mean.
he is from a rock band, and I come from, you know, a rock band at one
The
particular
hip hop,
point as well.
rock, and everything
But
else is kind of intertwined.
it kind of is, but the performance aspect and what goes into the production of it's a little bit different.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean?
Recording-wise and
Yeah,
instrumentation
recording-wise,
Recording wise,
exactly.
a lot more complicated.
Oh, it's a
The,
lot harder
the
to
difference
fucking
is that
track
hip hop just
drums
ends up
and-
sampling
oh, yeah.
all of it.
You know what I
That's
mean?
the
And
difference,
you know
right?
what? Not to inflate Dustin.
And it's the guy to come and
but this
talk to for
album-
that shit.
This album straight up is much more of an experiment than the last two
Yeah.
albums. Because you know the first album, the first thing I did with Dustin came up to me and was like, listen, you know what, James, you make music, I really want to make some music. Let's do this, right?
Yeah.
And then we made it, and people liked it. He was like, "Wow, this works really well." Then we made the next album, and it had a lot of good response to it. And this album, Dustin was like, "Okay, I want to say something more. I want to do something. I want to do a specific thing. Help me out." And it was actually at first I was like, "I don't know about this. It's kind of I don't know what people are gonna think about this shit."
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, trust me. I'm trying to be ahead of the curve on this, right?"
No, man.
And
That's new
that's a
shit,
big
you guys.
thing, right? Yeah. So like, you know what? Like,
It's crazy.
there's gonna be some people that are not gonna they're gonna be scratching their heads on it, but straight up, I think it's going back to the point that Mike was saying before, right? Like, how responsive are people of stuff they've never heard before? You know? Some
Yeah,
people
they don't know how to
I've
take
never heard
it.
this before. This is weird. What do I do? What's my
But
response to
it's
this? Right?
innovative in that sense, though.
Yeah.
I've
so-
heard a lot of this stuff doesn't
Oh,
play
sick.
it. The shit is
Sick,
crazy.
man. So yeah, and to be honest with you, it's good. Dustin's pushed me to.
That's
do
just been in
try
my
some
head
good
since
stuff,
that night.
Dope.
Sorry, not to
it's
keep
pretty
cutting
good. No,
you off,
no,
but
no,
Yeah, no, I played him a
That's
track, and he's
good.
had like
Response,
he's had
man.
fucking I think it was the prayer, which we just have in demo form right now.
But you guys,
Yeah,
you,
had
you
that
showed me a
done.
few joints. There was one that I compared to Sway Lee on French Montana.
Okay,
joint. I
okay.
can't remember what joint that was now, but you had someone singing the hook, and it was just like, not that the vibe was the same, but it
Yeah.
was just like, because it was still on
That's
some
probably
different shit.
stimulation.
But yeah, I think it might
Probably
have been, but
stimulation, which
like,
might be
just
the
way
first-
it
the first
catches
track I
you. I'm
pushed.
like, yo,
Yeah,
like,
like,
yeah.
funny,
grab
funny,
me,
funny
grab
thing to
me.
that track too, right? It's like
Yeah.
I'm on that track, which is pretty cool because like Dustin was doing something and I was like, you know what, this is a cool sound, man. You know, maybe you should try it like this.
Yeah,
And then he had like a whole verse, and then I'm like, yo, maybe you should try singing it like this, and then I did the whole verse. and
You
I
know
was
someone
like,
gets mad after
yo,
they do a
actually,
whole verse that you tell them to try it like this.
No, it wasn't
Like,
even
look
like
at that
that.
told me that 8 bars ago.
No, it wasn't even like that.
You do it then.
I ripped the
I
verse.
came to that point, right? Like, it was like, no, but like this is
You do it then,
this is the cool-
motherfucker.
But this is the cool thing, like we were talking about having a DJ and like having somebody like with you. Like it
You
takes
can bounce
someone
off
like.
each other.
Unfortunately, it's hard to have a personal DJ if someone's not as dedicated to the music as you are, right?
Yeah.
Like, what do you do? It's like, person's like, yo, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. Guy's like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm hanging out with my
sure."
girlfriend Wednesday
Yeah,
night. I'm,
yeah, it's like, oh,
I'm
thanks.
taking
bro,
my
thanks.
dog for a piss
but-
on
Yeah.
Friday.
But if you tell the guy you're playing this
jacking off
massive,
Saturday.
huge show, right? They're gonna be like, yo, yeah, man, I'm there, bro.
I'm gonna throw this camera out the window.
You know, so it's like it's hard, and it's
Oh, you
actually
opening
cool.
for Obi? I'll DJ.
It's cool that I can bounce that back and do stuff like that. You know, so
Yeah, man.
that works out cool,
Your
man.
production skills are incredible. Too.
We're working on it, right? You know what I'm saying? It's about anybody else. Just same thing with people with lyricists when they put out every album. You know, I've heard a bunch of your stuff. Every time you fucking put something out, you can tell that everybody's learning and doing something better the next record.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, man.
I
So
think that's a big thing. is growth.
absolutely, man. So if anyone's looking for like live instrumentation, I mean, like if you want some
Actually, I
actual
wanna work
guitars,
with
if you
you as
want
well.
some
Yeah, man,
actual
dude,
live
no, dude.
bass,
And
you
guys
know, not
do.
just samples, hit Boz up, man, because he's the guy who's capable
know
of
what?
actually doing that and adding that to your music, not just the sample of it. You know what I mean?
I respect someone like Maloney too, right? I've always respected your stuff too because, like myself, it's cool to be able to make the music and then to also throw something down over it, right? And I respect artists that can, you know, like, you know
Self-produce.
what, self-produce. That can be like, you know what, I have these lyrics. All right, I'm gonna make a beat. I'm gonna make something sick, and I have an idea. And I've heard your stuff too because you take interesting spins on older songs, right? And make
Oh, yeah.
something new. And
Yeah.
I always think that's.
I'm
something
sample
good.
100%.
Yeah,
That's
you
what I'm
sample
saying,
a lot.
that's
You
what I
sample,
know,
and I
I
love
know.
it, man.
I
You
The
get
used
some
way
to
I've
good
sample
always
well,
said is I'll
too, right?
sample until I get sued.
Yeah,
Until I know I made
Wow,
it.
that's really the name of the album. Sounds
Yo,
like it's
There's been times.
Juice WRLD's getting
Straight
ruined for that right
Oh,
now.
yeah.
Listen,
But
man,
that's the difference
crazy.
between sampling and just like stealing.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna go sample "I'll Be Missing You" or whatever the fuck I'll be
Yeah.
watching you.
So-
like even if I sample a
He
song
didn't
that
even clear the
mainstream, then I
sample?
gotta do something different.
I don't think he cleared the sample, man.
And that's like a known sample, like
That's
Nas used that
Nas did,
shit.
yeah,
So it's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
But you know what, man? You know what though? Like clear a sample and then you get as far as you can and then use it. It's like what publicity's bad.
Put it
right?
this
That's
way:
true.
if Master
Right,
Ace
right.
still ain't clearing samples. Hell, if I'm clearing a goddamn sample in
That's
time.
what's up. That's
Master
what's
Ace
up.
been
The way
having
I
enough
look at it
samples
is
that
like,
you can
if you're
find.
gonna go and you know that you're taking samples that you're not paying for, the smartest course of action is to take no revenue. take all the
Promotion,
the
put up on
promotion
YouTube
from it,
and-
for sure.
yeah,
When it
for
gets to that
promotion,
point,
yeah.
someone hits you,
100%.
be like, yo, I didn't take any revenue. Have it.
Yeah,
Yo,
do
I
whatever.
feel you. I feel you.
No, I'm still, if it's on the album, it's on my album, it is what it is.
Yeah,
I'll break
yeah.
bread. It's like, you want 100%
Yeah.
publishing that,
That's-
cool.
that's
But you know what? I still got the promotion from it.
Yeah.
I still got
That's my
that.
point exactly,
And
right?
you gave me a little bit of like, you gave me a cash advance that I ain't paying interest on.
That's the
All
whole
right,
point.
cool.
It's like, yo, you can
Well,
have
I
all
got
the
bad
money.
credit, motherfucker.
But the
I get
label-
100
the
G's
label
before you
should
catch
know
the
better,
sample.
though.
I'm spending.
The
I don't
same
need
la-
100 G's.
The same labels
Fuck
that are
outta here.
signing these guys should know better.
Facts.
Because
That's true.
that's their business.
Well, that's the crazy thing,
That's
because
their
Juice
business.
WRLD's on a major.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's bugging. Like, what
But
the
you
fuck?
have to
That's like
understand-
almost setting artists up
But
to
you have to
fail.
understand also with those things when, like, especially me too. If I was a buzzing artist, I put out a record and I heard an underground artist sample it, I got no problem with that.
No.
Exactly what Dustin said when
Yeah.
I stole the podcast. I dare you to hit 1 billion views. I
Yeah.
dare you.
Yeah.
That's when the
Now
lawyers
you got
come
my
in.
attention. Now you got my attention.
That's what's
And not only that, too,
up.
yo, if I take your track and you have a problem with it, that means that I'm doing something right.
Facts.
You notice it.
Facts.
Maybe
It's
I
like-
made it
it's
better
set
than
up-
yours.
If you're doing samples, like you can sample all you want all day,
Yeah.
but if no one's gonna hear your track, no one's gonna give a
No one
fuck.
cares.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
But if you
Exactly.
sample some track and it's fire, and then all of a sudden you get sued by this artist,
what I'm saying,
and
yeah.
then it's like, you know what?
When I
Someone's
get
probably
sued-
gonna talk about that, and then someone's gonna be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, you know what?
Word of mouth.
I want to go check out that track."
Well, it's not even about the
that
talking about
sample,
it.
that track.
Mm.
And all of
Because
a
once
sudden
you
they go
get to that
right?
point, for like,
Got you.
you know what I mean? If Leslie Gore gonna fucking, if she's gonna sue me for like 8 hot beats I made off her shit, dope! Leslie Gore knows who the fuck I am!
Yeah.
I am somebody now. Like, I don't give
I
a
like
fuck.
it.
That's
I feel
exactly
you.
what I'm
I feel
saying.
you. I feel you.
I'm a
I
sample
feel you.
till I get sued.
And then the next
I
person's
feel
gonna
you.
want to be like, "Yo, I want to check out that track." Okay, yo.
So that's when
alright.
you know you
I
made
want-
it.
I know
At that point,
or-
you're already buzzing.
Or you know what
Yeah.
happens? They already subscribe
Shut up,
to your
Craig. You
channel,
say
right?
squad goals.
And then you put your
Getting
next track out,
sued.
that's all yours, and someone
Yeah.
that you get a bunch of views from that, right? People go,
Yeah.
"Oh, okay, I feel
See?
this because I know this track. I feel this." See, that's the problem.
And I
right? People
sample a
have to be
lot of
familiar
stuff
with it,
that's
right?
like familiar, but I've been
Exactly.
doing a lot of shit lately too, where I just chop up obscure little parts and create my own shit out of it. You know what I mean? Like this single I got coming out, it'll be out like early January. Music video and shit, Sunrise.
Shout out to
Make the
Jackson,
plug
yeah.
for that. But like I'd be hard pressed for anybody in this room to know what the sample was.
Word.
Yeah, eh?
I bet you.
And I ain't even chopped the sample. It's just the way it's pitched and all that shit.
Oh, shit.
One of us will probably know.
Shit.
One of us will
Oh,
probably
shit. Here we
know.
go. Challenge.
Well, that's a
Challenge.
challenge.
No,
Put it out, you
it's
gotta-
a challenge.
you gotta
It's a
bring it out,
challenge.
put
You
it
know
out
what? We'll
first
play it
person.
after the show and I'll see if
Okay.
somebody
First
catch that.
person.
Well, we
You
got
gotta
like
bring it to
5
the
minutes
show.
left. So how do we want to end this off, man? Like, how did we want it? Someone saying something.
We didn't
about
hit the
Rhymers.
docket, but it's okay.
Someone said something
Yeah, we
about
didn't hit the
Rhymers.
docket once.
What was the docket? What was the docket?
Well, we had it in the agenda.
I got a line in my pocket. I'm lying. I got a nine in my pocket. And baby, I'm just dying to sniff a line.
Oh shit!
What was on the docket? We had a rapey Christmas.
Is that your rhymes?
No, that's Eminem.
Yeah,
Yeah, I just
yeah.
do the line.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah,
Okay,
make
rhymes
some-
with that.
Down to do a
make some noise
line.
for all my coke sniffers in the place to be. You know what I mean? Anyone who ain't scared to admit that you like to put that white shit up your nose, not color.
The
so
people on
pause.
Queen Street West,
You know what I'm saying?
they always ask
Yeah,
you
I'm
for
good,
coke.
man.
Who asked you for coke?
Coke, if you go to
I
Queen
do.
West between.
Do I ask you?
Not yet, not yet.
Not yet.
Between, I've been chilling outside of the Drake Hotel, and
Yeah.
motherfuckers like, yo, you know I can get coke, you know I get coke.
No,
It went from
So I need to pick up like an O or something and
It
just
went-
start chopping
it
outside
went
the
from-
Drake Hotel.
yeah.
You know fucked up your drug game?
You wanna
know
sell
fucked
some
up drug
coke?
game?
Go,
Because
go,
people
go,
stop
go,
saying the
go.
locations and went by cell
Let me tell you something.
Now if you don't know
Let
someone
me
who
tell you
sells, you don't got somewhere to go pick it up.
In and around that
Okay.
area, they used to ask me for fucking crack.
Oh shit!
Hey, you got food, you got food.
Yeah,
It went from
food.
Oh,
food
food.
to cocaine.
Yush, you got
Have
yush.
people not realized yet from 6ix9ine that Boy Them Watch podcast?
That's fine. I'm not a drug dealer.
That's
I'm just
fine.
telling you how them people that the gentrifiers that come down, who moved down to
Yeah,
Queen West,
shout
are
out
asking
to
black
me.
guys for
He's just
cocaine.
suggesting where
You know,
the crack
all
is.
So no. I'm not saying that.
I ain't a hustler, I'm just
Like,
smoking.
what I'm
lots.
saying is, I'm from that neighborhood. That neighborhood was always a drug infested neighborhood.
Joe Rogan.
And they used to ask me for
You feel
crack.
like you have a fucking neon sign above
And
your head
since you're
sometimes,
black,
right? You're like,
they're asking you for
no.
drugs. It was from crack. Now they're asking for cocaine.
I gotta ask
Alright, now
for
I'm not
this
making
is
up
some
something.
personal shit because I
Real
asked
shit.
the group chat earlier if they might know where I can find
Hey.
some good brown coffee.
No, that's
And you're like, what?
That's
You
what
asking me about
That's
brown
what
coffee?
he's talking
You gotta
about.
go to
That's what he's
Cuba.
talking
You don't want to
about.
go to Starbucks?
I'm
You're
not doing
asking us
that.
about
I know
brown
what I'm
coffee?
saying.
You gotta go to Colombia for Juan Valdez. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm like, I can't go there.
That donkey climbed up to the top of the
See,
mountain and got
you-
that
you-
Juan
you
Valdez.
did
I
what he
need,
said.
I need that Colombian coffee or I'm gonna be
coffee,
like,
bro.
You did what he said, but at least you
Like a light,
at least you like a light. Hey,
He even got
hey.
mic off his
Yo,
conversation.
honestly, that shit is whack, but that shit is dope.
It's dope. Yeah.
I agree.
Whack, this could be dope.
Fucking dope.
Like I like,
Like
hey,
just like the track
The
Whack.
change, it's just change.
Oh.
No, like the light is better. Like the light is better.
No.
Like the light is better. What's the first thing that Drake says in that fucking song again? In the
I don't
beginning.
know.
The wind is cold, na-na-na.
Back in
He talks about winter. No, no, no.
To the dance.
No, the first part. The first part. The first part.
The
first part. No, the first part. The first
That's
part.
the first part.
That's the
No,
first part, yeah.
the first part when it goes, winter's here, na-na-na, na-na-na-na-na-na.
Oh no,
Yeah.
that shit.
Intro.
Yo, I made a beat out of the beginning beat
Yeah.
because that song, the first time I heard it, I'm like, this doesn't be fire.
Yeah.
And the beat switched. And it took me like 5 listens to actually like the second
Yeah.
beat Travis rapped on.
Yeah.
Because at first I'm like, yo,
Oh.
this sounds like fire.
Yeah. I didn't even know that was
Drop.
Drake.
The Drake just.
At first,
It's
I'm like,
like
is that Drake?
It's dirty.
I'm like, oh
It's
shit.
It's dirty.
I could probably say that song of the year.
Yo,
Yo,
Yeah.
people go stupid when that record
Yeah.
goes on.
that song is
That record's so hard, bro.
That
That
record's
might be.
hard.
That might be.
Yo,
man.
but
That might be
Travis
yeah.
kills it.
Yeah.
Drake's whack on
Yeah.
it.
But
Travis
Drake's
Scott's
part still
dope.
dope,
No,
though.
no,
It's
no.
still
Come
dope.
on, it goes for the song though.
Like a light, hey, like a light.
You know what the funny shit
Travis,
is?
though.
You know what the funny shit is? I love Drake.
I don't
Speaking of my
believe you,
dude
though.
Travis.
Ah!
You don't
believe
believe
you,
me?
though.
I need more.
People.
Yo.
You didn't realize I call myself a moist owlet.
He
earlier
does.
this episode.
Wow.
Does the moist outlet.
You're one of Aubrey's angels.
Oh,
Aubrey's
shit.
Angel.
Oh.
All right, that means a plot.
No, hold on.
Way too
My boy-
liquidy for me.
One of
I'm
my
not liquidating my
I'm gonna show you
ass.
right after the Aubrey's angel. I forgot his name on top of it because I'm drunk as fuck. But he's a DJ. No, oh fuck, I know his name right. Don't worry, I'll tag y'all in it.
Yeah, we
He's the
tried to
one
get
who
Lil
gets
G with the
credit.
dance moves
He's
on the
got credit
show.
for the Aubrey Angels title.
Alright.
Yeah, he made that shit up. So yeah,
Aubrey's Angels is fire.
Yeah.
That-
I'm
That
not
can
thinking
be
about
chips.
that.
That can be
I'll
chips.
tell myself
You can put
moist
that on
outlet,
hoodies
but
and
I'm not
sell that to
moist.
girls.
Yeah, the Aubrey's Angels.
Yeah. Yo, Drake
I'm going
was
to
smart.
moist
He would
outlet,
fucking
but I'm not
have that
doing
on
that.
him. Mine
Aubrey,
over
no, no,
Yeah.
Aubrey, that's a little too far.
Yeah.
Real
No, I
shit.
love Drizzy. I just the thing I'm not impressed with by Drizzy right now. You're saying that because I hate on the Meek joint too. So the Meek joint.
No, let's make
Do you know how excited I was?
Trash is
Here's
Exactly.
the problem. It's like
Exactly.
I see Jay-Z on Meek's album.
Yeah.
I stopped having a level of expectation because when I see Jay's name in a certain place,
Yeah.
I only have to be worried if he's gonna
Yeah.
deliver.
Yeah,
Except
Jay,
for
it's
with
gonna be dope.
Drake,
It's gonna be dope.
he under
Imagine if Kane and them guys were still
Like-
dropping verses.
like that verse he did with Drake earlier this year. I was kind of like, damn, like it was cool,
Yeah.
but it was like not, like Pound Cake to me, like Hove really, he cooked that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And what was the other joint they did together?
The last talk this, talk that, talk what?
No, not the
Before
Scorpion
that?
one.
The one-
was it Light Up or?
Yeah, I don't like Light Up.
Oh, I thought Hove came.
Yeah. I don't really like the
just
record
think
as a
on
whole.
on the joint with DJ Paul and stuff, like he had that last line that stung. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like that was
Yeah.
that was like the bar of the month. You know what I mean? But the rest of the verse was just kind of like, yeah, it was almost like a trying to be a drug dealer's anonymous, but not as
Oh,
not
gotcha.
as
Drug
powerful.
dealers
You know what I'm saying?
That's a
Fucking
dope track.
dirty
Yeah,
record.
that's
Oh.
a dope track.
Yo, that
You don't even have to be a like, you
That's
don't
just
even
bad.
gotta be a dude that sells drugs to appreciate
Yeah.
that
no,
record.
that's
Facts.
Yeah.
It's for the streets.
Fucking record,
It's for the
fucking
streets.
hard.
like
Uh,
this reminds me of Drug
hard.
Dealers Anonymous, but
Yeah.
like I stepped it up on you. Like when
Yeah.
when he went from the Lexus to the fucking
Yeah.
Bentley. You know what I mean? Like when Hove,
Yeah.
that's one thing I like about Hove is his whole career. He steps up where he's at. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? He's not like the first album. He's not like, yo, I'm driving in the like
Nah.
the richest car. He's like, yo, I came up to 130 with the Lexus.
Yeah.
You're off
But
topic.
Yeah.
You're off topic. The Drake.
the Drake, all right.
Drake.
Yeah, no, I wasn't that. I was not impressed with the Meek joint. I
Okay.
thought Meek
Okay,
smoked him on it.
let me ask
I
you
thought.
this. Let me
I
ask
think.
Meek album's
Yo,
great.
I think
Meek
the
album's
sick.
really good.
I think.
What is your
I said that.
expectation of Drake? When it comes to Drake,
High.
you're expecting bars?
When Drake gets on a joint with certain people,
I expect
bars.
pockets. That's what I expect from Drake.
On Travis
I expect
Scott,
pockets.
I'm
I expect him to
expecting
find like
a
certain.
pocket.
He finds
I
those
expect him
pockets
to
and
ride
on so
beats
many
where it's
other
like,
records.
what the fuck? How did you
Yeah,
ride the beat
that's
that
it,
way?
that's it,
That's what I
exactly.
expect from Drake.
But do you know what I'm not
Punchline,
expecting?
and
What
punchlines.
tune does he ride pocket?
Almost all of them.
What
What do you mean?
all of them?
Almost all of
The
them.
Black Boy record, that Black Boy record.
No,
Aside from harmony.
where Drake starts and stops, his rhymes are in very
Look Alive is
odd
an example.
places.
Look Alive was
That's
fire.
a hot record. That's a hot record. I played it all the
That's
time.
right. His rhymes.
Harmony, though, but how often
He
does
doesn't
do
write
that?
his rhymes in
How
the
often?
typical way.
It depends on the
Almost all
record. It depends on the
man.
record, but he does it a lot.
We don't get a lot of flow from Drake.
I'm not talking flow.
Oh,
I'm not
okay,
even
you're saying
talking
flow. You're saying
I'm
flow.
talking.
Now
he's
you sound
jumping
like a
in.
Drake hater.
Ah!
I'm not talking flow. I'm talking.
When you love an artist, you have
I
criticism.
have my expectations.
I'm talking
That's what
what
I'm
he
saying.
does.
I know what to expect, and when I get it, I'm like, that's it.
I'm talking.
You telling me when Drake, after the beef with Meek Mill, Drake should have had a better verse on that fucking album than Jay-Z. Jay-Z should not have came in with verse of the year.
Nah,
No, no.
Why
Get the
not?
fuck out of here. Did you hear that beat? When that beat drops, that
Drake will
rusty
never have
fucking
verse of the
piano
year.
sample.
Drake will never
Yo,
have
get
verse
the
of the
fuck
year.
out of
Drake
here.
is not a
Drake
verse of the
ain't
year, dude.
sicko moding and join on Meek Mill's album. Get the fuck
Ah!
out of
Drake is
here.
not a verse of the
Put
year
that fucking
type
toddler
dude.
flow in your asshole, Drake.
Wow.
Fuck that. Fuck that. I don't want to hear you sound like a baby on this. No.
What's going on here?
No.
Yo!
No.
Wow.
Drake is not even a verse
Wow.
of the month type
What's going on here?
He might be a song.
Drake has
type
been
dude.
verse of the month
Oh,
before.
shit.
He might have.
Get the
Wow.
fuck. That's what I'm
He
saying.
might have before.
So your expectations of Drake are that low?
No,
Wow.
my expectations.
Hov ain't dropped verse of the year yet. He did it now.
Hov did not
Just
drop
because
verse
it's
of the year.
Wow.
I don't
Hov's
know,
been
man.
dropping verse of years for the last 20 fucking years.
No, man.
Yo.
Maybe not every single year, but you expect Hov to drop something
Yo,
like God.
you know
damn,
what?
he said
But
some
you
shit
also
in that
aren't
verse.
surprised when
Yo.
Hov doesn't hit you that hard.
No,
Yo,
But
that
if-
song-
yo, best believe
Not at all.
when Hov did
That's
fucking
like
record
Drake.
with Nas, when was Hov not trying to smoke Nas?
every track.
What?
He
He
wasn't.
didn't.
Trying.
Black Republicans, he
but-
smoked Nas.
As a rapper, I do not put Drake in the
Success!
same category as Jay-Z.
Ow!
I would never put
Get
Drake
the
in the
fuck
same.
out of here!
Listen.
Wow.
And Nas was trying to smoke him.
Listen.
Get the
Pause.
fuck out of
I
here.
will never
Sycamore
ever.
flowed cool. Keep that with Travis. Don't put that on.
But yo,
Drake's
Travis
album.
even killed him on that.
Okay.
Yeah,
He
Travis
did.
kinda killed him
Come on,
that.
bro.
Bullshit.
What do you mean?
Bullshit.
Drake wasn't saying nothing on
We're
those
not
two.
pulling up.
On those
We're
two
not-
things. Like a light is better than what Travis said.
Let me
Fuck
Hell
no.
no.
No, Travis was in his
I don't know
bag.
where all these Travis Scott fans came from.
I'm not
They
a-
all will be gone in 2 months.
Listen,
No,
why?
man,
Why is
that's
that?
so
Why
sad.
is that? Why is
Anybody will be
that?
gone
Why is
in 2
that? Why
months.
is that?
Why? Because it's Travis Scott.
Yo, B. Travis Scott got
It's
some good
highly
records, B.
carrying him right now.
No,
Yo,
what I'm
which
saying,
apparently,
that's what I'm saying,
which
that's what I'm
apparently
saying.
a picture came out of Travis with some other chick this morning.
Yo,
yo,
make
what
some
you
noise for
doing?
Travis Scott.
No,
Be
no.
them.
I hope so.
Be like that.
No,
I
Travis
got
Scott,
that.
you
gonna
want-
cheat on
as a
us?
singer and as a
Hey,
rapper,
shit,
as
man.
Like a harmony type of guy?
yeah, he's
No,
dope.
Travis
Because as
dope.
soon as Future comes back, we're
He's
not trying
dope.
to hear him.
He's dope.
As soon as Future comes back, we're
Different
not
type,
No, he's
different
better
type,
than- I
man.
feel like he's better
Different
than
type of
Future.
artist,
It's time to
man.
get
I'm gonna be
Future the
real.
fuck
I'm
out
gonna
of
be
here.
real. I'm gonna be
I
real.
agree, man.
I agree.
He's better than
Different
Future.
time.
But
And
let's
let's
He's
get
better
into
than
this
Future.
something
You gotta
different.
understand, especially with hip hop, as you said, we're
Yeah.
at a crossroad now where there's
Yeah.
so many different stuff.
Right.
There is a top dog of every genre. And that
True.
auto tune shit that Travis Scott's doing,
ain't done.
shit that Designer was
It
doing,
ain't done.
Shit that Post Malone's
Future
doing.
is ahead of
Yo,
him.
let's
But
get
it
Post
ain't done.
Malone the fuck out of
T-Pain
here.
is better than
Never
all them
mention his
niggas.
name again on here.
Post
Yo, what are you
Malone's
talking
not-
about?
yo,
Post Malone-
If it's
Post
good-
Malone is the biggest
if it's
fan
good-
of shit in hip hop.
He's
and
doing
what
what the
good.
fuck?
It was good, but I'm saying
Fuck
if
out
it's
right now.
good, because yo, Future and the DJ
What's
Esco
on
joint,
Post Malone?
it was good, but it was. I remember
This
Future
is
dropped
a
some
whole
joints this
other
year.
episode. We're running on time.
We'll do a Post Malone.
Right? He
Hold
dropped
on,
some shit this year that wasn't fire.
Hold on. Let me say this. Let me say this though.
20 minutes of an
Let me
episode.
say this.
Fuck Post Malone.
Let me say this shit.
Damn.
Let me
Wow.
say
We
this.
were
As
hard.
far as caliber of rapper, Drake is not the same caliber of rapper as Jay-Z.
Facts.
Jay-Z is in a tier of his fucking
That's
own
true, that's
that
true.
only
But-
I would reserve for a Rakim, a Cool G
I
rap,
don't know.
a King.
Nas
Nas
has more better albums than
Rakim. Listen.
Eminem has more hot
Let me
material
finish
than
what I'm gonna
Rakim.
say.
Nas
Let
has
me
more hot
finish what-
material
Yeah,
than
but
Rakim.
Let me finish.
But they
what
can't
I'm
rap better than
saying.
Rakim.
Let him finish.
Let me
But
finish.
without
Did you
Rakim.
pick Seven Seal?
finish.
Without Rakim.
By who? By
Let me finish.
Seven Seal. Rakim's
No,
No,
not
that shit's garbage.
Yeah, let him finish.
Let me.
It's a garbage
finish.
album, but he's a better rapper.
Let him
Three solo albums.
He's a
One of them's
garbage
trash.
album, but he's a better rapper.
fuck outta
Being
here.
a better rapper doesn't mean you have a better album.
No,
Let me
Rakim
finish.
is
Just
the
means you're a
best
better
rapper of all
rapper.
time. to me.
Okay.
Because when I say best rapper of
For
all
a time period.
everything goes into play.
Okay.
Now,
So let me
not
finish
the
what I'm
heart,
saying.
You're right,
everything
you're
goes
right,
into
you're
play.
right, you're
Let me
right.
finish what I'm saying.
Great rappers
right,
who came after
you're
you.
right.
So to me, Rakim, God.
Okay.
But
So
how
let me
is
finish
God
what
is-
I'm saying.
But-
If we're
finish what
talking
I'm
about
saying.
what you're saying,
Let me finish what I'm saying.
a lot of dudes got better catalogs
Oh
than
yeah,
Rakim.
of course. Facts.
I'm not talking catalog. I'm talking God tier rapper. And I would even throw Big Daddy.
Jay-Z's
I'd even
been
throw,
not
sorry.
God
Hold on,
I'd even
I
throw
wanna hear this, I
Pun.
wanna hear this.
I'd even throw Pun.
Yeah.
And I would
Pun
throw.
is
and
Pun
I
is
would-
better than Rakim.
I wouldn't throw Big L in there.
Oh, you crazy.
Pun
I would
is
not-
better than
but let me
Rakim.
finish. I would throw Pun and I would throw Biggie in there. Now I'm not rating who is the best in this. What I'm saying is this is the God tier of this
Biggie
shit.
ain't your
You are
God.
never
Hold on,
gonna
hold on.
surpass
So would you?
the level of technicality of
Matt,
those
people
people
pass
in that
Biggie,
level.
though.
Let me ask
They
you
might
this.
Big
have
Pun is better than all the
total
people you mentioned.
package.
Oh,
Would you
man,
put
that's crazy.
Eminem and Jay-Z in the same category?
Eminem's
I
bigger
would.
than Biggie.
I think
I would.
Eminem is a
I
better
would.
rapper
Why?
than
Why
Jay-Z.
not?
I would.
Eminem's better than Biggie.
He's better than
Eminem
Jay.
has never
Put me
spoke
on
concepts.
record.
As a rapper,
It's
as a
not
rapper.
about stealing
Jay-Z
concepts.
has though. If
It's
you have
not
to
about
steal
stealing
lyrics, that
concepts.
diminishes your ability as a lyricist.
A conversation I had earlier with someone.
But Hov can do that. That's
Now,
what
listen,
makes
listen,
But did he
listen.
steal or did he pay homage?
Listen, but hear
I'm
what I'm
asking.
saying.
That's the question.
Hear what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
I'm asking.
That is
Yeah,
a iffy
true.
line.
I had a conversation about that today.
Okay.
That line changed.
So I don't know, I can't say.
Here's what I'm
Did he
saying.
pay homage?
Here's what I'm saying though.
But
Yo,
Listen, Here's what I'm saying, because I am giving levels to this shit. Because I am giving levels to this shit.
Hip-hop
Right
has
below
to-
that level, I would put Kendrick, or even in that God level, I would put an Andre 3000 as well. But below that,
See,
you
now
would
we're
put a
just talking
Kendrick.
out, like,
You put a
this
Kendrick
makes
who
no
has the
sense.
ability to get to that level.
This makes no
We're
sense.
talking about lyrical ability.
I'm not just talking about lyrical
Kendrick's
ability.
not even top 10.
I would even.
Whoa.
Fuck no.
Lyrical ability?
Of all levels, fuck no.
Wow.
Listen.
He's
Here's
good
where
with
Drake.
flow riding and like, you know,
Here's
he
where
says some cool
Drake.
shit.
Here's where Drake isn't a pure rapper. Where Drake's gonna go down for when it's all said and done is not best rapper of all time, but best entertainer
Some
of
of
all time,
Drake's
which is
best
something
verses
higher
are
than
some of
best
the best
rapper of all
verses
time.
of all
It doesn't
time.
fucking matter.
Who's?
It doesn't matter.
What
It
verses?
doesn't matter.
Hold on,
He's
who?
not
Name
on
one
that level.
of his verses as one of the best of all time.
What?
You say there's no
Please,
Drake
no, no,
verses.
no,
please,
I'm saying that, but I
please
want
show
you to
me,
name one.
exhibit
Name
this
one.
so I know.
I want you
So
to name one.
show me
Name
what I
one that
missed.
You think is one of the best of all time.
From who?
Yeah,
From
show me
Drake.
what I
Great
missed.
verse.
Show me what I
That's
missed.
one of the best verses of all time.
There is no, just careful. There is
No, I don't know. I'm not gonna say no. I'm not gonna say
I'm
no.
the Drake hater.
I don't. No. I'm just asking.
No, that's
Oh,
just
fuck
fact. That's
outta
just
here.
facts.
I'm just
All right.
No,
So
that's
which-
a fact.
give us
There's levels
give
to
us a
this
line because I know you know lines. by
Drake
heart.
wouldn't go on a Mount
Go,
Rushmore
go,
of hip
go.
hop.
Line,
He would not go on a Mount Rushmore of hip hop.
Who's going on?
On a Mount Rushmore of hip hop?
Lil Wayne.
No, Little Wayne wouldn't
No,
go on a Mount
see, I don't
Rushmore.
even-
We're talking Mount Rushmore means the guys who made it what it
ugly
is,
right now.
not the guys who
It's
carried
ugly.
it.
Mount Rushmore is different than what I'm saying. I'm talking about greatest verses of all time. I say there are
Which one,
few
though?
verses
Which
of
one?
Drake
Which one?
that can go on that
Which
list.
one?
Drake
Name one.
would be the greatest
Spit one.
entertainer.
Who
He
you
would
got?
be the greatest rapper.
But isn't
Okay.
Mount
Straight up.
Rushmore the greatest presidents of all time kind of thing?
Yeah.
That's why that's
Guys,
a different
hold on.
conversation.
But then they made Rushmore before the other ones came out. So we gotta know
First
the
off,
greatest.
how big is the greatest verses of all time?
Rushmore should be
Because I'm
based
talking
on
top
verses.
100 here.
Yeah.
Top 50.
Rushmore
Greatest
shouldn't be
verses of all
based on
time.
verses. It has to be based on the things that they've done for hip hop.
No, that doesn't make sense though.
No,
Then it's not
I-
Mount
that makes-
Rushmore.
that makes
Mount
sense.
Rushmore
It's
is
about
that.
what
So
progresses
who-
us forward.
Okay, hold on.
But that's
Does
what Mount
Drake have
Rushmore is.
any verse that is as fucking good as Inspector Deck's fucking verse in Triumph?
Some of that verse
Stop
don't make
this
sense.
nonsense
Does he?
right
Does he?
now.
Does he?
This guy went for a
Wow.
This guy went
Does
for a
he?
guy
Is
body
Inspector
check.
Deck's
No, no,
verse
right?
on Triumph
It's
as
Inspector
good
Deck.
as One Below's of Binary Stars on Reality Check?
But that's not
No.
Inspector Deck's best verse either.
Can't
Just
do it.
because
That's what I'm saying,
Yeah.
right?
But
Just because it rhymes cool, half that verse doesn't make fucking sense. That's not even in the greatest of all time.
Wow.
But if you're looking at
That is
Wow.
an amazing verse. I think Inspector Deck is the best rapper in Wu-Tang up until about 97.
Name a
Actually,
better,
actually
name
go
a
to
better
that
Drake
verse
verse
because
than
of the
a
rapper
Eminem
enough.
verse.
Oh, I can
One.
definitely name
Okay,
some.
name
All
one.
right, so 9 a.m. in Dallas is way better than any verse on FAC.
We
9 a.m. in Dallas alone is better than at least 25 Eminem songs. And if you want me to sit here and name them, because I used to be a stan, motherfucker. So you're not getting
Like,
me
he
on
knows- he
Eminem.
knows his shit,
I know
bro.
where to be
But
disappointed, where
Eminem
to
had
be
his
happy.
hit, had his misses. Every artist
had
has
lots
their
of
misses.
misses.
So did Drake.
And so did Nas. So did Ho. A lot of people had a lot of misses.
But when we're going top tier track versus top tier track, they don't even measure.
I mean,
Hey,
That's
man,
what I'm
hits
saying.
versus hits.
There's
they
a
don't measure.
difference between great songs and great fucking verses.
You know what, though?
There's a huge
I'm gonna
difference.
say
And
this.
Drake makes great songs.
Why are you acting like Drake can't rap?
I know
I'm
he
not.
can.
You guys
Drake
are
can
trying to
rap.
be
Did you
great.
not hear what I
Drake
said?
can
rap.
Did you not hear what I
Don't
just
say that.
said?
Drake can rap,
I
bro.
said
Drake
there's a
can rap.
huge difference between great songs and great verses, and Drake makes great songs. He makes some great.
Yeah, but
he has to
you
rap
used to
great
make
to do
great
that.
verses.
He has to rap great to make those great
have to be a
songs. But
lyricist.
he goes for.
No, he doesn't.
In
Where's
the
the
long run-
behavior?
But that's
Yo,
a good
here's
verse.
the difference.
one
Here's
of the
the
best
joints
rappers
of
of all
that.
time,
Let me
right?
let me put it at you like this: the difference between Drake and all these other guys, when these guys are approaching the booth, they're approaching the booth to win the battle, and Drake is approaching it to win the war. In the long run, in the
Diplomatic
long
immunity?
run, in the long
Say it
run.
again.
Listen,
That
let me
record
finish.
is hot.
Let me finish.
Hold on. Meek with his
Yo,
counteraction
that's
smacked the
it.
shit out of Drake with that
You gotta
record.
do that.
Diplomatic immunity is better than.
No, you're not listening to what I'm
catalog,
saying.
Lyrically.
Listen to what I'm saying.
Let me
When
finish, let me
Meek
finish.
dropped that record after
What,
Diplomatic
did he say
Immunity came out, you'll know what I'm talking about. You know that record that Meek dropped. When-
The fuck what? The one with his homeboy.
I'm in Toronto and he's talking to me. I'm in the hotel and I can hear what they're saying.
yeah, I know
That
that.
slapped the shit out of
What's
Diplomatic
his
Immunity.
homeboy's name? Homeboy came nicer than Meek on that.
No, it was a track. The Meek was just on it by himself.
Oh, O'Malley?
He put up two.
Yeah, O'Malley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day,
Oh, that's the joint with
that was
O'Malley.
a great counteraction record that
That
slapped
joint
the
is
shit out
ill.
of Diplomatic.
But now,
Immunity.
diplomatic immunity lyrically. Now,
Yeah.
right now, we're talking about greatest
Yeah.
verse of all time.
That is a good.
Diplomatic-
That is a good Drake
Diplomatic
verse.
immunity is
That is
making our
a
list before
wicked
Meek's
Drake
joint.
verse.
Way before Meek's
But-
joint.
Did he write it?
Yo,
I don't know. But did he write it? We're gonna have to go
Give us a
check the
minute,
writing
yeah,
we
credit.
yeah.
have to get the fuck up out of here.
But
yo.
let me finish my point.
Shout out to Drizzy.
Let me finish
But
my
yo,
fucking
Yo,
point.
I love
let me
Drake
finish
too,
my
I'm just
point
saying.
with how we got on this. I'm not feeling the fucking toddler flow. It was cool on sicko mode. Save it when you do a joint with Meek Mill. That's all I'm trying to fucking say.
Okay. Okay.
That
And
shit
when
was
it's
whack.
all said and
Yeah,
done,
get rid of the Tyler.
That shit
and when it's
whack.
and when it's all said and done, again, Drake, you know, he might not be the dude where people are like, yo, that's the hottest fucking verse this week or hottest fucking verse today. But when
He's
it's
had
all
them.
when it's all said and
You gotta
done,
remember
when
Jones,
it's
though.
all said and fucking done, 20 years from now, people will remember his name
Yeah.
more than they remember most other guys' names, and that's what he's
Put it like
in his-
this.
He's
man.
this generation's Hove.
Ooh.
No,
As much as I don't want to agree with that, you're right.
No,
Yeah.
think
he's
so?
not.
No, as much as I don't want to agree with it,
No, yeah.
you're right.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
You are. He's exactly right.
He is.
He is.
Jay-Z went through mad fucking subpar points of his career.
Yeah.
Now let's not sit here and act like because he's not God.
Just
on
Wanna
stage.
Love You ain't the greatest record, but it was a hit.
no, I feel,
That's
I
his
feel-
kiki.
I'm not gonna say Jay-Z never dropped subpar records, but Jay-Z is the coolest motherfucker to exist in this planet since Frank Sinatra.
Well,
Yeah.
you're
And
the
he's
same person that
maintained
says
that.
every time you watch his interviews you think he's corny. So now
And
what I'm
that's
saying.
I'm not saying he's
Oh,
corny.
he's
I'm
not
saying
corny
So
sometimes.
in
He is.
person he's
He is.
corny,
No,
but
no,
on
no.
records he's the coolest person in the world.
But he
That
turned-
goes
he knows how
they go
to-
side
That's
to side.
Drake. That's Drake.
Exactly.
That's
But
Drake.
listen,
That's why I don't respect Drake as a
As
great because
corny
he
as
is
Jay-Z
corny.
is, it don't fucking matter because it's
I'm
still
gonna put my
cool
foot
because
on
it's
the window. You're like, what's wrong with you?
You understand what I'm
Hey,
saying?
you don't want that
Like,
interview.
Hove is the most
I
important
do want
person.
that. He's corny.
Hove is the most important male figure to pop culture in the last 20 fucking years.
But
I
Drake
would
is
argue
too.
that.
Drake is too.
To pop culture.
To pop culture,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Drake is too.
You know what I'm saying?
Drake
Drake
is
is
probably even more.
that guy biting at the fucking nip of his heels because no rapper
Yeah.
since Hove has had this
Well,
No,
put it like
in
this.
the urban
this
community,
consistency,
Jay-Z
the
is.
consistency that
Overall,
Drake has.
no.
I would, you know what? The
Well, you know
consistency
what?
Drake has, yeah, it's very
Drake's
similar to Jay-Z's.
success is way more than
Than
Drake's
Jay-Z's?
pop success.
Yeah.
It's facts.
Yeah,
And not
it's
even off the
facts.
singing. Not just even off
Yeah.
the singing.
It's
It's just facts.
Yeah.
You can't even
Absolutely.
argue
What you
that.
have to
Absolutely.
understand from back
Absolutely.
then, hip-hop
Jay-Z
Jay-Z's
just
a better
finessed.
rapper.
Jay-Z just finessed
No,
hip
but
hop
I'm
to.
not talking-
That's
yeah,
what I'm
of
saying.
course.
Jay-Z's
I
a
know
god tier
that,
rapper and is better
when
rapper
Drake-
than Drake.
when
But
Jay
Drake
was
means
popping
something a little bit
off,
more into pop culture.
on the
It's
pop
pop
shit,
shit.
Drake don't got no
I know
verses
that.
from
I would
Drake.
never
I'm
act
saying,
like that,
we
but
can't-
he's not a
it is
god
what
tier
it is.
rapper.
Yeah.
But we need to wrap this
Alright,
shit up.
it is
Let's
what
wrap
it
this
I'm
shit up.
hungry as
Put your
fuck.
dick in the asshole of this bitch. and
No!
Hey, before we go though, before we fucking
this,
go,
bro.
Hey, make some
listen.
noise for Boz Nolan was good.
Make some
Yo,
noise for-
if you ain't having anal sex, you ain't making sex. You know
Well,
what I'm
that's
saying,
fucked
motherfucker?
up. But
I ain't
once
do that, but
again-
you know what? Shout out to anyone who wants to.
once again, we gotta
Wow,
apologize.
bro,
Once again, we gotta
bro.
apologize to Emma Morgan. We were supposed to have you, Emma Littles. we were
Yeah, but
supposed
you
to have
know
you on the
what?
show, but we
Instead,
ran
we
out of time.
decided
So
to take a call from Matt Damon, and he never called. But we're
Yeah.
more happy with that than
we're gonna try to get to you
Nice.
next week, Emma.
So maybe next week, Emma. We love you.
Yeah.
But yo,
Shout out
keep
Ruby
out
Red.
Emma's new joint. That shit's fire.
Yeah.
Actually.
But we'll get
See
you
if
on the
you
show.
can make it
okay?
on the show. Peep his new joint because we love that.
Yeah, shout out Emma.
What the fuck's it called? It's that Nas line. Really?
You send me the video. It's not.
It's
not
dope.
even
You
on
peeped it,
it.
right?
This is
Too,
what-
Yeah.
too say.
Okay, there you
I
go.
don't think I'm too sane. Life is parallel to hell, but I can't maintain. But live Yeah, that's
Shout out Emma for getting the free promotion.
Yes,
Again,
you
we were
will.
supposed to have you on the show today, but we ran out of time, so we'll try to
Yeah.
get to you next week.
No, well, maybe we'll get to Matt Damon next week, and then
Matt Damon and
He's
Emma.
still-
next
he's
week
still
are definitely
alive?
our fucking guest. Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
Shout out Ruby
What's
Red.
Matt
Shout out
Damon,
J
like
Buzz.
the
Shout
actual
out Mike
Matt Damon,
Stone.
the-
yo, you the rap.
Shout out Turono Tops. Shout out Drake.
Oh, that's
Shout
a
out
rapper
Jay-Z.
or the actual Matt Damon?
Yeah,
That's what
shout
I'm
out that
saying.
rapey ass Christmas
That's a rap
song.
name.
What the
Rap
fuck?
name's Matt
We
Damon.
out.
What the fuck you
One
think
love,
you
y'all.
are, Matt Damon?
Matt Damon with a Gap Damon's
going on
trying
here?
to take Matt.
I'm just getting confused. Isn't Matt Damon like an actor or some shit?
Matt
Yeah,
Damon.
Matt
So
Damon.
is it a rapper named Matt Damon?
Jason Bourne.
Matt
Yo,
Damon.
you Jason Bourne, you
Yeah.
get raped by
Matt Damon
more
was on
dick than a
90210?
fucking gaping
I know he was
whore.
in Jason Bourne and shit.
Yeah.
Yo,
Oh, what a
all right,
name.
Toronto Talks one night again.
Hey, blame the
Fuck
J
yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
bro.
I'm trying to go smoke some free bass with Prince's baby's mom right now, so we about
Where's
to
she
get
at?
the fuck up out of here. You know?
How many-
Shout out to Cookies and Cream.
I'm not eating that shit. I
But no
had some
112.
bad
Shout
episodes of
Shout
Shout out
out
to
to
the
Cookies,
Cream.
no 112.
I'm gonna eat it, but not now. Because with this in my
I got some
system,
dances a
I
lot.
had some
Shout
infused
out
patties.
to I'm pretty good right now.
Had some
Listen to
infused
Cookies and
patties?
Cream. Shout out Ruby Red. We gotta end that up there.
Whole fucking
I'm gonna
day.
roll myself a blunt. Let's smoke.
Fuck you!
If you get kicked off
Yo,
YouTube,
it's
for that,
the- it's the
that
Ray,
was some
bro.
wild Mark Wahlberg fucking shit right
It's the
there.
Ray, bro.
Wow.
The Ray makes you.
Fuck you!
The Ray makes you act stupid.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Just don't stop
Oh
that,
my
boy.
God.
Just don't
Stop
stop.
it. You know it's not my life.
Fuck you!
You guys in a headlock.
I'm out.
Yo, our shows
out.
are like this, but it's not like
Man,
this.
wow, man.
Yo, it's the Ray nephew, right?
Yeah. That's I was like, should I get a bigger bottle? I'm like, no. Some people might not like